I don't think astropaths are what you think they are, because when
Uh,
when Rain
I
explained
think
them, they were
you're.
just like people who communicate.
I think you mean navigators.
Navigators and astropaths, but either way, they're both heavily brainwashed to worship the
You
Emperor.
guys have more than two astropaths. You guys have like a choir of about six.
Hey, I
Hmm.
said a choir.
Yeah. Uh, I mean, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with them. Just that I'm the captain has just had to watch a lot of people die, and then he had to kill a bunch of people who like didn't fight back, which is worse. Like
That was
they,
your own fault. Everyone tried to stop you, and you were just being belligerent. So I mean, I think you need to make peace with that yourself.
um, uh, that's that's irrelevant. That is entirely irrelevant. The the captain not enjoying killing his own men is
Of his own volition
of yes of his own volition.
and no
That's him.
coercion.
No, no, no. But he did it for a reason. Um, so, but I think we can all use a quick break, and we go shit together, and we get rid of all cults and the official cults, which includes the church to the emperor, and then it also includes the tech priests.
Cult
Two
mechanic.
controversies. Yes, the cults of the Mechanicus. I think we all need to just chill. Nobody's getting any new members. Nobody's nobody's doing anything. We're all just gonna we have work to do, guys.
It's a Mexican standoff.
We
Yeah,
have
the,
work
the
to do.
signet has two heads. The signet has two heads, one for the Emperor, one for the tech priests. We need to get along.
I don't know what that means. What's the signet?
The two-headed eagle symbol of the
Oh,
Imperium.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know
It's
what you
one for Earth, one for Mars.
mean. There's a lot of lore I don't know. I'm realizing.
You can blame Rain. There are literal things in my YouTube history that are over 100 videos long of just 40K lore at this point, and I still don't know anything.
Yeah,
It's quite a bit.
yeah.
Um,
I
so
just
it's
don't have that kind of time.
so it's been about 24 hours after the incident.
Yes, yes.
The captain's quarters have been cleaned and sterilized, and you know, forensics taken. You know, all the little steps that he might want. Looks like nothing happened there. No.
Mm, the scars, they remain.
Sounds like a Evanescence song.
Yeah, the the
I
captain's had a
mean,
rage. Uh, the captain's had a rage boner for the past 24 hours. He just won't go down. He's having like he's lightheaded because of it.
Yeah, you actually get contacted by quite a few of the sort of lower ranks of the sex cult, and they're sort of wanting to see if you need any comfort or if they can help you in any way. They don't know exactly what happened, but all they know is that they're, as far as they know, they're sort of in direct conflict with one of the other cults on the ship now.
Yeah, I would actually take the opportunity then to maybe question some of the ones that I know are like proper second in command in the cult. Like actually like have some know-how, and I would ask them about the killings.
Gotcha. So also, it's about this time that you get an alert, Captain, from the bridge, and they
Hmm.
say that new ships are jumping in system.
Hmm. Uh, or like with warp drives.
Mm-hmm.
Let's head up to the bridge then. We'll put the sex cult nonsense on hold.
Yeah, yeah. Put it on. We'll just put a pin in for now.
Yeah.
if they put a pin in it, they might be into that, so I'd be careful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
Sorry.
So yeah. Yeah. So let's find out what these ships are. Maybe it
All
could be
right.
trade. Maybe it could be every orc ever.
Well, we are right next to the orcs and stuff, like literally next door.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, they're not far. Actually, on the let me get to the map. Um, on the map, so you guys are at Cobalt, and the Undred Teeth right above you is basically an orc system.
Recently learned the lore of that system too.
oh my god. Oh my god.
What's the lore? Red,
Uh,
tell me on the orcs.
The general consensus of it is an orc wog showed up there, and it was just so unstoppable that the Inquisition just pretty much withdrew from the planet, surrendered it, and now the orcs just reign supreme there, and Space Marines do their best to contain it, and occasionally, if necessary, pop a few skulls of people who might be leading another wog.
Yeah, so instead of like trying to actually get in there and wipe them out, like that would just take entirely too many resources. Now they just sort of like send in assassins to sort of cut the head off of a wog as soon as it gets going out of the region again, and then let the orcs just fall back into infighting.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
Pretty
Why
common
don't they
tech.
just like planetary nuke it or something?
Well, that would imply getting like enough ships to get close to there, and then as soon as you bring ships close, it's like, oh well, the orcs are just gonna throw literally everything they have over there and make it really so it's sort of falls back to like they just don't have enough resources to even get like ships like that close. But one tiny stealth ship carrying an assassin who can slip into the orcs and just kill one of them, you know
Are they supposed to like die right after, or did they usually get out? Because I'd have a hard time believing they actually get out of there.
I mean,
I mean, that
they
depends.
probably fucking die. I mean, who knows? Depends on the assassin, because there's some assassins who are just like OP fucking level broken.
I mean, if they do it the Space Marine way and they literally just drop an entire pod of Space Marines and then evac them, then usually they'll probably get away.
But
That's more the big Smurf territory.
But so these ships that have just jumped into your system, they're not particularly close to the planet. So you come up to the bridge and you see a large warp rift sort of open, and then a ship comes sort of sliding right out of it, and then it closes behind it. And this ship is a full-size cruiser. Basically a warship. And then, sort of behind it, another smaller rift opens, and a smaller ship exits the warp, and then about 5 minutes later, another portal opens behind both of them, and a third ship exits the warp. So, the three ships, there's a cruiser and two small frigates. And
Where am I? Where am I for this?
Wherever you are, 24 hours after the, last game. If you've been, you can be in your.
How long do poker games usually go? Would you say? Maybe
At least 3 days.
Yeah.
3 days. Yeah, like Arnold Rothstein style, where you play for 3 days straight, then refuse to pay out because
Oh, yeah.
the game was rigged.
Absolutely.
Now here's my question: where am I in all of this? Have I woken up yet and able to walk around?
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
is he, are you back yet?
Yes, you are out of surgery, and you have a wonderful new mechadendrite strapped to your chest.
And a wonderful new biologist assistant who I totally won't, on certain occasions, rocket into the void.
Ah, okay, yes, that too.
Oh, are we talking about the Longoria? Is that her name?
That is her name. I mean, I don't think that's who he's talking about.
No.
I
Well,
guess
I mean
it's
her
really-
too, but I made a new friend.
Oh, I guess it's really pictured below, but whatever.
What?
I just put something in general, but I sort of fucked up my directions because I forgot where the text was going to come out.
General.
Oh, I love orc weapons.
Hmm.
I really do.
Well,
Shit.
see, the joke is that they're not actually orc weapons, and it's just calling them retarded, and they wouldn't work unless you could believe them to work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. the
Honestly,
bullet
those are like generally better designs than what orcs come up with.
Yeah, but the orcs can actually make them work.
Yeah.
These would, if you actually built these would literally like never work.
Yeah, they're kind of the silliest thing.
And they're not even using the right kind of pipes. You can actually make pipe shotguns out of certain cast iron pipes, but like these are like copper tubing. They would just balloon and like blow your face off.
I'm just finishing up the second Orc War for Armageddon lore, and one of my favorite parts about it is when there's a part where a Space Marine chapter, who according to Arch Warhammer are the Kitty Cat chapter, charge straight into a valley of orcs that is pretty much assured suicide, and at a certain point, sniper fire opens up on them, and las gun specifically, of which orcs do neither of those things.
Yeah, that was the that's the Hell's Reach
The
book.
Inquisition.
You need to read. Read the book. I swear to God, it's so fucking good.
No, I'm chewing through them at this point.
Anyway, so yeah, these three ships, they're not particularly close to the planet itself where you guys are. They actually come out about an hour and a half, about 1.5 light hours away from you. So that's sort of the distance that you're just telling where they are. So you would assume that these guys actually got here an hour and a half ago, and you're just now seeing the light that's traveling to you from where they came.
Okay.
Like they're that far out. But you know they're heading towards the planet. Their ships actually appear blue to you as you know they're coming towards you at an appreciable fraction of light. So the light blue shift as they come towards you, and the wavelengths change. Their ships actually appear blue to your eyes.
Do we have a way to hail them from this distance?
You could. It would take a while for like messages to, you know, if you sent like a normal like Vox message. But if you hailed them astropathically, that's pretty much instantaneous.
Yeah, maybe we should do that.
All right. So you get and actually as you guys, as this light sort of travels to you guys, you get these ships transponder names. And the full-size cruiser is labeled as the Lord of Suffering, and the smaller frigates are respectively named Flotsam and Jetsam.
Lord of Suffering, and then Flotsam and Jetsam.
What aren't those names of the fucking eels from a Mermaid, Little Mermaid? Or am I crazy?
I don't know. You might be crazy.
Hold on.
No, I think you're right. Yeah. And Little Mermaid is fantastic. It's the best Disney movie. Fight me.
I don't know what I would say the best one is.
I love Little Mermaid. It's my sexual awakening right there, guys. That and Babs Bunny.
Everybody.
So, do those names sound?
Actually, they do.
They do. Okay.
You would know that these ships, at least the flagship, belongs to rogue trader Captain Elevantra Sky, who is the one who basically arranged this, the original get-together of all you rogue traders back at Footfall.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And then, do we know the other two, or are those probably his ships as well?
You think those are her ships? I mean,
Her ships, yeah.
They look like her. I mean, you know, they all seem to be traveling in unison, basically.
Okay then. Yeah, let's hail telepathically. Maybe we can catch up on some news.
All right, so your astropaths send out the proper greetings, and they ask, you know, the proper formal questions of, you know, who are you? What is going on here? You where are you from, where you're headed, you know, all
Which
those
sign?
general things. Yeah, you know, are you a Cancer?
Yeah. Light on the universe. Yes.
Yeah, you get replies. They basically tell you the ship's name and stuff, and they tell you that they're heading here for some repairs on the smaller ships.
Interesting. Heading here for repairs.
Do we neglect the fact that we're taking a good portion of the tech priests here?
Well, I mean, you know, it's not.
I mean,
it's
they
not
don't know
relevant
that.
necessarily. Yeah, they don't. We don't have to tell them. Oh, by the way, what were we waiting for? Planet? Did we get all of our?
I'm pretty sure we were just here to set up trade deals.
Mhm.
We wanted to fix up the other ship a little bit, give a new paint of color so we don't fly around looking like we're towing pirates to the warp.
Yeah.
And I wanted new tech priests.
Yes, so you guys have spoken with Serpico, who said he can basically help you out with establishing trade, and not only trade, but trade going through here that doesn't have to go through any kind of customs or Overwatch. But he said to do that, he needs a favor from you to get essentially the planetary governor to sort of look the other way as far as the spaceport is concerned.
Right. Yeah.
Or you could just go and you know, the governor, he wants to meet with you to set up his own kind of trade through you guys. So it's kind of like you can either go through either one of them, whichever you feel is more profitable.
Yeah. Oh, I was working with Kel on this one, but he's now sulking in his bunk. So foolishly, I'm just going to go and do some stuff on my own. I might invite my treacherous navigator along with me.
I'm not treacherous at all.
Would you be willing to go down to the planet with me, treacherous navigator?
I don't want to go to the planet. I can't go to the planet. I can't sustain myself under the pressure of the water. And this is cobalt we're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think I can live under the pressure of the water and the atmosphere.
Okay.
You need to prove your loyalty.
You think you could if you put on like a vac suit, you know, like a void suit, I mean.
Would you do
Wouldn't
that?
that have the wait? Isn't that like saying you could take a spacesuit down to the bottom of the ocean? It would just crush it. Like, isn't it made to survive zero pressure, not
Oh,
heavens pressure?
yeah, that is true.
I believe they have general survival suits in the
I mean,
hangar.
if we have an underwater suit, I guess I could wear that.
I think you have underwater. I think you might have survival ones. I'm looking through the book real quick.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure.
If we have a deep sea, you know, an old school deep sea suit, maybe I could take that. Be really clunky and awkward, but you know.
Just gonna be walking around with a big daddy.
Yeah, I'll be Big Daddy.
Well, yeah, except he's also a powerful psychic.
I mean,
Sounds like
technically, you're not
one.
like. I mean, you're just going. All the pressures are, you know, relatively sustained. I mean, other people live here too, you know.
Yeah, no, but they just are acclimated to it, and I assume that
Yeah.
most of them, if not all of them, aren't voidborn. Who was born in like zero pressure? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'll go. I just don't want to die.
No, we'll put you in a suit. You'll be fine.
Worst comes to worst, get another navigator.
I mean, I'm not gonna.
If I die, I'm taking us all. We're all gonna. We all go.
So it's not like an actual void suit, but some of the tech priests can, if you want to, they can rig one up for you.
Yeah, I'll put on the Big Daddy suit. I guess that'll be fine.
Yeah, it's sort of an intimidating sight because you know it's like they're just strapping gear on top of this thing.
Keep in mind, I'm fucking small with an L, so.
Yeah, which is
Yes,
funny because
yeah.
you're wearing something that's like 3 times as big as you are now.
Does it have its own ways of like moving? Like, or am I gonna have to like pilot it? Because I don't think I'll have the strength.
Oh yeah,
Right.
no.
Can I make a tech use check to make it so he can actually walk around in this thing?
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Hook some pistons up to it. NBD.
Yeah, you're gonna come too, Solar, right? Show off your new Megadendrite. Although you got it on planet. Maybe we're meeting you.
Oh yeah, he's probably already down there.
No, that's true.
Yeah, I'm probably doing all the surgeries down here that are ever going to need to be done on this planet for the rest of its lifespan.
And just go ahead and just form a line.
Yeah, now that you have your medical decadendrite, they're like, hey, like if you're not busy, it'd be cool if you could, come back in
Cure all
here.
disease.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, you want me to cure your cancer? Great, get me an Imperial Knight.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are the? Because I know people live for like ridiculously long amounts of time, right? Isn't that kind of a?
Oh yeah.
Oh, only like tech priests, right?
Well, pretty much anyone can. They just have to be, affluent enough to get access to those things.
Yeah, if you're rich, you can live a long time. Yeah.
I mean, I could literally just keep you alive with new organs.
Ugh. Sounds
Yeah, but-
distasteful.
I was gonna say, but what about like some of those organs are probably hard to replace. Like, what if you get like super skin cancer or something?
Here's my thing. You can't like really you can't really replace the brain, right? So like when your brain starts to go, and then you go insane, and then chaos and corruption takes over, and then you just become.
I'm pretty sure that's why tech priests only live to be like 1,000.
Yeah, because your brain just can't go on anymore. And if you replace the entirety of your brain, then you're just a living machine, right? And then that's heresy.
Yeah, so they do the operation and then they blow your brains out just to be safe.
So what if maybe tech priests secretly are getting those operations to
Well, then they
replace their
become like
brains?
chaos priests. Most tech priests fall to chaos, don't they? Because then don't they end up believing that like the Omnissiah is just an aspect of chaos and not the Emperor, and then they just start worshiping chaos? Or
That's the Dark Mechanicum, not the Mechanicus.
oh.
I mean, what's the?
Two-sided thing, really.
Yeah, I think I was telling. I don't know who I was telling. I don't know who I was talking to, but the other 40K games that are similar to this one, there's the I think Dark.
Yeah, there's like Dark Heresy, and then there's I think Death Squad is another one.
I've played Death Squad. I've played Dark Heresy. Haven't played the other one, which is Black Crusade, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. And that one, if I ever found it, I don't care about price. Buy it. It is so cool.
What is it?
It's called Black Crusade. It's basically you play Agents of Chaos, and you can play Chaos Marines as well. You can play Chaos Marines, but then you can also play like non-Marines that are Agents of Chaos, and it looks so fucking fun.
I mean, depending on how you guys play this.
Right? Oh, that's exciting.
I mean, our captain's already heading towards Slanesh, and I've had to execute 2 of my tech priests.
Yeah. Well, I think it'd just be fantastic if we all felt the chaos, frankly.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm pretty sure that Solar's loyalty only stretches as far as, okay, let's join Chaos. The Tau.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on this ship to smite heretics. That's my.
Captain's just gonna have to ease them into it.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's just like, here, eat this steak. Great. Now eat this person.
Yeah.
Basically the same thing, right? They're both meat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's pretty much how Slanesh works anyway.
Yeah. Everything's meat, so that means you can fuck it. Wow. That just came out so easily.
It's almost like someone was saying it for me.
Yeah. Almost as if I'm possessed with some terrible force. Okay. Yeah. No. I would like the 3 of us to go into this meeting, because we're gonna go meet with the governor, guys. And I don't really know if I want to. If I'm trying to make nice with the planets in this area, I don't know if I want to give this one like kind of shady guy all this power that he wants. You know what I mean?
You talking about Scorpio or whatever, Slaaneshi, whatever. Who's the guy on the planet?
Serpico.
Serpico,
Serpico.
yeah.
You talking about him? You don't want to give him all that power?
Yeah, because basically he wants a monopoly over the trading station that's there, which like right now he has to play like tariffs or some shit. And so my thought process is that going to be good for us? You know, we're here on official business. I don't think we need to make any backwater deals just to get the product that we need. I think we just need to convince the leader of the planet, this governor, to be on our side. That's what I'm thinking.
So you want to go
Suggestions?
behind his
Thoughts?
back and then
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, Solar doesn't have any vested interest in money, so if you want his help, he'll help you. But besides that, he's just kind of leave it to the wind.
Hmm. Okay.
So wait a sec. So are you sure you want to make an enemy of this Serpico guy?
Not necessarily, but you know, what happens
Kind of
happens.
sounds like this would make him an enemy, though, doesn't it?
I mean, theoretically, we could make him a servitor.
I don't care what happens to him. It doesn't matter. It's no skin off my hump.
well, you know, just because he offered to do this doesn't mean I had to take him up on it.
It's true.
So I told him I'd think about it. And
That is
Yeah,
true.
yeah, no. I'm just saying, like, you have to look at it through the lens of a criminal, right? Like, like if you just play your part, then this is as good as guaranteed for him. So it's not like, oh, I'm in the same spot I was before. It's like you just cost me this position of running the whole planet. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, he'll be upset.
yeah,
No,
you will.
yeah.
I don't know how powerful he is, though. I don't know. Can he send ships after us? Because that would be annoying to deal with, honestly.
I don't know. Have we heard anything else about this guy? Meeting?
Not really, no. You've never heard his name mentioned off this planet.
Can we do
He's
some?
probably nobody then.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we do some like gathering information about him?
Sure. Let me see what that would,
I am basically the party rogue / bard. I might be able to be pretty good at this. Rogue bard. So why did you check use?
Yeah, make me a,
Gather information?
common lore rogue trader. Check.
Oh, okay. I can do that. Any modifiers?
+10.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Big rolls. Big
Yeah,
rolls.
as far as you know, like, you've never heard of this guy, off of this planet.
Okay.
So he's probably a nobody then. So stab him in the back. Who gives a shit?
Basically, yeah. You know, I considered his deal, and I'm gonna possibly do something else. We'll see. I want to meet this governor to be sure. If the governor's more of an ass, play both sides.
That's also true. Good point.
Yeah. So yeah, I will arrange a meet. We can finish trade deals, and if we need to, we'll pull a Phantom Menace and bust some heads if things don't go well.
The old Phantom Menace.
The old Phantom Menace.
Nice. Yeah, so you get actually another message from these ships that are incoming on the planet. They say at the speed they're coming, they sort of have to wait on one of their ships that needs repair. So they're all traveling together, but they're traveling as fast as the slowest one. So they say that it'll be quite a few hours before they get there. So you got time to go down to the planet before they, come over into like actual like conversation range where you guys aren't, you know, it's not an hour communication both ways in between sentences.
Yeah.
You know, astropaths can talk to each other all the time, but you know, having a conversation through someone else who speaks with their mind is not the most convenient of all things.
So
So
it's probably not easy.
yeah, so they're kind of like, you know, like, you know, we get you. This is who we are. We'll be over there, you know, in a while.
Okay.
So you guys head down to the planets. The the tech priests set up Zag with an interesting modified void suit that it's imagine it's sort of like this like bulky container thing, but on the outside it's got sort of like bars that run as like an exoskeleton all across it, so you can sort of control it without any kind of, you know, real effort.
Nice. And
And
see,
I-
now you've got it. You can use it whenever. I'm sorry.
Oh,
What?
man.
And I totally bolt him in there just to mess with them.
Oh, yeah.
You're not even here. You're not even here on the planet.
And I'm there.
Yeah, he shows up just to fuck with him.
I rolled tech use to make this suit actually like work for him, and I probably do add like a third slot for his eye just to be considerate.
Yeah, there's 3 little glass holes at the top and a little triangle.
What if you could just build me like a giant glass vial? It's like what that like frog thing was in. You guys could just push that around. There you go.
You breathe water.
Well, I mean, it would have like negative pressure inside, right? And oxygen. It would have only the pressure from the oxygen flow inside, just like on the spaceship.
Or you could walk around on your own 2 feet, you lazy little midget.
Absolutely. Thank you. It's totally
Listen.
true.
You guys have no idea how pressure works. My blood will clot, and then I'll get a stroke. And do you really want the fucking the psyker with the third eye to the warp to like have a stroke right in front of you, so it like flies open and rips a hole into the warp?
I mean, you do
I
make
mean,
a very good point about that.
Worst comes to worst, we just open up the lance on the ship and hope we kill you in time.
I don't know. I have a feeling that would not.
No, I don't think that's gonna
Take a
happen in
while.
time, like
Yeah.
remotely.
I've got an army of servitors up there. Put them all to one task and they'll get it done.
I don't know about that. This takes a little bit of finesse. You have to aim it right, and then it has travel time, even though it's like, because it's not light, right? It's like energy, which, you know how that works. It's it's like a lightning gun or something, right? Like, or is it literally just like pure light?
It's essentially a huge ass laser.
Yeah, I was gonna say, haven't we figured out that light has mass? Isn't that something that?
No, light has no mass, but
But it does have momentum or
things like
something.
lightning have mass because lightning is made of electrons and things.
Mhm.
Right,
Which
yeah.
have
Yeah, it's
minute-
not like light itself.
Yeah,
But
the
it's-
point is it has some countable amount of mass, so there's
Yes.
like travel time too.
Yeah.
Like
Isn't
it's-
that
it's-
actually why
it's-
light travels so quickly?
Yeah, light moves at speed. Anything that has no mass moves at speed. Like gravity waves, for example, coming off the sun, move at the same speed as light. Like if you were to just take the sun away right now, we wouldn't know it for 8 minutes as the light and the gravity waves continue to travel to us, and then after 8 minutes, it would be gone instantly.
And that's
That's
sort
what
of
you could-
that's sort of like
Yeah.
what we were saying about you can see the ships that are, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like by the time you've seen them, they've already been there for an hour and a half, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fucking neato. That's Nino burrito.
Yeah, space is big.
So I'm going to I'm going to be waddling, or my friend Zag's going to be waddling next to me. And we're going to meet up with Solar. Solar, do you have like your tech priests with you? Or you said
Which ones?
well, you said you were recruiting for both ships, right?
Oh yeah. Did I manage to get that done in my recovery time, or did I just spend the entire time on my ass, or did my new friend take care of it for me?
Probably your new friend.
So
What else is
you-
he there for?
So you, after speaking with the biologist here, Megos Malixis, you know, you installed some parts for him. He was really happy about that. You actually went above and beyond what he had been expecting for that. So he agreed to give you basically however many people you needed. It's a pretty sizable amount of his workforce, but it'll take him down like a skeleton crew. But they can always recruit more, build more servitors.
Right, they'll have more time. We'll be on space.
Right.
So,
Or just screw this planet over and take everybody.
I mean, we don't need to do that.
Hostile takeover.
Besides, if we take all the tech priests and leave, as soon as we get up to, right?
What?
I mean, then we would have another Magus to command the other ship. Even if he's a biologist, he's still a Magus.
That's true. No, I think we should continue on with our plan. We don't need to take over every planet. Right?
Ah, fine then. Don't let me become a planetary dictator.
I am specifically avoiding you, dictator. You have serious dictatorial leanings. You are trying to take over the obstinate.
No. I'm trying to make it so everybody is entirely loyal to you on the obstinate, even if it means turning them into servitors.
That is a bunch of baloney.
Now, I'm actually 100% serious. They will all be exactly loyal to you, as I am.
That's baloney. That's
No, I think he's being serious.
baloney. He's trying to take over the ship.
They will do every whim you ever want them to. You will be like, "Get me a Coke" or "Give me a blowjob," and they will do it.
Or Coke and a blowjob. Thinking of the possibilities.
Yeah.
Oh, all the possibilities. Give me a soda. So, that be that as it may, I would like to keep the level of tech priests on the obstinate to like a reasonable amount. It's just a feeling.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are pretty much flush, like with as many as you need on the obstinate. I think he's pretty much
So we'll probably need around 100 more then.
recruiting for the adamant.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
full. Give me an extra 100.
I want to prove my loyalty to the captain, and to help lower the tension of the cults on the ship. In return for the tech priests, I'm willing to give them some of the tech cultists, who can become potential tech adepts.
Fair. I mean, that's a pretty good use for
I
them.
mean, like he'd already like agreed to give you all this stuff, so you're just like, oh, like you want some of our extra guys? He's like, oh, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, you can teach them the ways, and I lean in close, and I'm like, but just like one day when I come back, I'm gonna take you with me, and we're gonna rule. What is it? And we're gonna rule our planet as I become a general. But until then, keep your nose clean.
He's just like, what?
Yeah, he seems a little bit like off put by this just direct admission of like, hey, later we're gonna throw a coup. Like, is that cool with you? Like,
No. I'm saying one day I will rule my own forge world as a fabricator general.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Again, dictatorial, megalomaniacal.
I mean, that's how tech priests are.
And that's why he wants as few of them as he can.
Hey, in that case, I'm doing you a favor, man. I'm giving back some of our little henchmen to go. Like, my tech priests are actually going to have to work now.
Oh, that's too bad.
oh no.
What? People
have to,
work
like-
in the Imperium? Nonsense. It's all
They're going
bureaucracy.
to have to, like,
yeah.
reach in their own boxes and get their own tools. They're not going to have a guy there to be like, oh, here's your wrench.
Exactly. How horrible. What were we thinking? But yeah, we're gonna meet with this governor dude, and I want you guys to be on your best behavior. No pushing, no shoving, no declaring you're gonna take over the planet. Just we gotta be chill.
Yeah, I'm always on my best behavior.
Yeah. And I want you to stay kind of away from key figures that we're talking to. Because even through your suit, you probably...
Actually, I don't know. I think it probably can. Well, I don't know.
And by the way, what am I supposed to do with my little servitors now? Like my murder servitors that I brought along with me?
Oh, I mean, you tell me.
I'm bringing them on along as a personal guard for the captain.
Look it up.
Oh, Jesus. Aren't we a grim parade?
I don't think the captain likes the optics. You know.
The captain is suffering some psychological damage from the air quotes sex party.
It was a party of some kind. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, you said it yourself, man. They're meat, so you can fuck it still.
I said that if I were Slaaneshi, that is how I feel, and I am very obviously not Slaaneshi.
I mean, give it some more time, a few more sex cults. You have no idea where things go. You know.
I know.
One of the people in your cult had a Slaneshi scar on their back. That's not good. That's bad.
I'm not responsible for that. I kind of just thought that was a tramp stamp.
That wasn't the implication, but you know.
Oh, right.
I wonder if like Kel
You're
ever
getting-
hit it from behind.
You're
and then
getting
pulled
too
out and
close to
just-
chaos. That's what it is. You play with fire, you get burned. You know, you're getting too close to it. Embroiled.
But now I'm curious. Did Kel ever hit that from behind and then pull out and then just blow a fresh load all over the Slaneshi, like the Slaneshi emblem?
Wow. Maybe. maybe that's what summoned Slaanesh.
There you go. That's what did it.
That was very insightful, if graphic.
I don't know. That's something you might have to ask Kel when he comes back.
So, did you summon a sex demon when you came back?
Oh yeah, we should probably have people like scanning for warp entities on the ship, just as a precaution, you know.
That's more you guys than me.
Can my navigator people do that without my like express being there?
They can do their best, but none of them are actually like navigators with warp powers. If you did want to do this, you could assign the astropaths to do it.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll just use Vox communication.
Yeah. Yeah, because it would be good if hey, you know, in all seriousness, you know, I don't want to have to deal with you know, monsters showing up on my ship. Unless I get to meet them and have conversations with them, I don't want to. I don't want to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll do that then. We'll send the astropath to
All right. Do you have
scan
a
around.
plan for him, or
Don't
just-
die. Don't get mugged. Don't go down strange alleys. Don't take wooden nickels. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, you know, look for warp entities. I would also say maybe, you know, we don't want to get too inquisitorial without some backup. So maybe avoid the sex cults if you can for now.
Okay.
Unless we just want to.
I mean, they would be one of the hot spots, kind of.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
Because something could be following them, influencing them, and that might be why they're in a sex cult. They might be pretty normal otherwise, you know. Could just be chaos's influence on them, like a succubus. Think of a warp succubus.
If I was if I was secretly and suddenly overtaken by Slaanesh, right, would I suggest that they avoid the sex cult? Would I say go for it?
I don't think you're a succubus if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, I mean that is what I'm asking.
I already did a chaos reading on you. It was like you're really close to it. It's like circling around you. It really wants to take you, you know, because chaos is like a thing, right? It's like a living, breathing sort of.
It's semi-sentient.
Yeah. See, it wants to take you over to its side, but I'm not gonna let it. Don't worry.
It's like the universal id.
Yeah.
What was the one that had the corn aura around him?
They both had that. I thought that was like the general consensus I got.
There was some violence.
Yeah. Hold on a minute, guys. Sorry.
Violence is necessary, though.
Which is sort of one of those horrible things about the 40K universe, because it's like, oh, like, you want to fight Korn and to, like, stop chaos? Like, well, as you fight him, the act of violence gives him more power. So it's like,
Yeah. I was just gonna say, you are only actually making for realsies. Okay. So yeah, have them investigate the sex cult. It's fine, but also have them investigate the other cults too, including the tech cults. Including the cult mission.
yeah. So they pretty much report that your head astropath, he reports that this is something we can do. He says he's going to leave 2 astropaths inside the choir chamber, just to be safe. But he's going to take him and 3 others, so 4 of them, and they're going to basically. He says that he's requesting like some guard units to basically be like attached to these guys.
That seems very reasonable.
Mm-hmm. So so they're basically gonna like get with like a squad of like security guys and basically just walk around the ship, feeling for using their psiniscience and feeling for anomalies and touches of chaos and things like that.
Good. I'm satisfied.
Yeah, me too. I think that's good. And hopefully they're not targeted directly and wiped out, because we kind of need.
Well, they probably know also not to engage anything, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because that would be foolish. I don't know if any of them even have combat prowess. I feel
Yeah,
like they're just kinda
these
like
astropaths they're not warriors at all.
They're members of they're choir nerds. They're
Yeah.
Hey now. Astropathy is a perfectly legitimate career choice. Right?
Nerd.
Yeah, these guys are pretty nerdy. One of them's actually named Eugene.
Yes.
Should we tell them to search for psychers too, just in case?
Well, yeah, that would
yeah.
that would fall under like anomalies and stuff. Because like basically the only warp sensitive people who are supposed to be on this ship is them and Zag.
Yeah. So, okay. Good, quick aside. What would happen if Zag got capped and we didn't have a navigator? Would we be stranded?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
So
Or, I
then,
don't know.
It would fall on the Mechanicus to align every servitor we have, or in every cogitator we have, in hopes of making minute warp jumps to the closest planet, and hopefully, from there we can get another navigator.
It
Wait.
is possible to make a warp jump without a navigator, but it's like very short little jumps that you have to do incrementally and take fucking forever, and are also like way more dangerous if you don't have a navigator.
Interesting.
So
Things will just hijack.
so like it's possible to go somewhere, but not easy.
Okay.
And if you try to make a long jump, then it's basically suicide.
Where would you even look for another navigator, though?
Yeah, that was my ultimate question.
We would
Probably
All places.
someplace, yeah, someplace with adequate, population and standing. Someplace probably like Footfall or let me look at the map. I mean, Footfall's the one that you guys have been to. You imagine. Where was the other one you guys came from? Port Wander. Port Wander would, probably be another place you'd imagine you could find some.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not looking to replace my navigator, but just in case I need to, I'm just wondering.
We do have that one guy. I remember this now, but he sucks.
It is. You guys do have another guy that I'm not sure if you guys have actually
I just remember
talked
that.
to him yet.
No,
Who
I
is
don't think
this?
we did.
No, we just kind of rescued him and put him on the second ship.
This is the navigator you guys pulled off of the gallows bird before it was the adamant.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I think I missed that. Well,
He
yeah.
sucks, though.
You know what? I'm just impressed Zag hasn't tried to cut his eye out and give himself a fourth one.
I don't want a fourth eye.
Mm-hmm.
And I already told you. I think if you ply the eye out, something bad probably definitely happens.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't want him to be killed. I wasn't sure what would happen if he got killed by random And I also was interested in how genetically pure he was.
I mean, if we killed him, we'd probably be fine. But I don't know if we like tore open his eyeball, it might cause some issues.
I wasn't sure how it all worked, honestly.
Yeah.
So but I also wanted to see how genetically pure he was because I was gonna try to like sequence his genes. But you know, that's low key though.
That sounds like some heresy.
You know, it's for science or you know whatever.
That definitely sounds like heresy.
But where's our new biologist? We need to talk to her about it. But let's go meet the governor.
All right. Real quick, I'm gonna take a bio break real quick. I'll be right back. You guys. This is just taking a small break too.
I might just order some food right now on DoorDash.
Yeah, Josh. The reason I chose this class pretty expressly was I was like, I just want to make it through the void or the warp, and I just want as little problems as necessary. So
I want a demon invasion and I want to murder it.
Which is funny because Zag is easily the fucking best navigator I've ever seen in this game. It's broken, like how good he is.
Yeah, is that all roll?
But that's about all I can do, so it's fine. I just exist to pilot the ship. That's my thing. But that's why I made the character too. I was like, I just want to be the guy that drives the ship flawlessly. So, and then I read this class and I was like, well, how could you not take it?
What was that, Moon?
Well, I was saying he optimized the character completely. He gave himself more fate points, max intelligence, just so that he can pilot the ship well, and he's guaranteed to succeed.
Yeah, everything else after this is gravy. Like I'm gonna get some teleportation powers at the next rank, and then that'll just be for me to like escape, so I can get back to the ship.
Hey, I mean, if it works, there's no reason not to specialize.
I mean, I entirely specialized in range and tech.
I'm entirely specialized in.
Do you ever get that Laz sniper you wanted? We
Yes.
were back on like Port Wander, and you were asking for like an acquisition check for a sniper.
Yeah, I do have it. It's called a long las, 150 meters.
It doesn't feel very long.
I mean, when you're shooting a laser, it can only go so far.
Before it like dissipates or something.
Yeah, I mean, that's still well over a football field of range. Not to mention the fact that it's actually like 300, but I take an aim penalty.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, no. What I'm referring to is like I've seen these videos of like you know snipers take like 3-mile long shots, and it takes like I don't know 30 seconds for the bullet to hit the target. So you have to like insanely lead it.
I'm pretty sure they usually have computers for that now, though.
Yeah, probably. You should get a ballistic sniper so you can do stuff like that though, because you have computers like on you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, kind of. I could probably use Elias for that, but he might have to jack into my skull.
Well, no, wouldn't he jack into the gun? Wouldn't he just like put his little thing on the scope or whatever? That'd be sweet, dude. You should get a ballistic sniper so you can do that.
What he puts his little thing on is none of my business.
Ooh.
His little tendril to port in.
I'm not even sure if I want to know what you guys are talking about here.
I was just saying that he should get a ballistic sniper so he can make like 3-mile long shots that you know the bullet has like 30 seconds travel time to.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty neat.
Because you know apparently the las weaponry only has like so long before the energy like phases out, you know, like or stops being effective or something.
Yeah, one of the downfalls of. Well, I mean, you know, plus it's sort of one of those other things that when you're comparing, you know, like guns to lasers, it's like, well, this one burns and can explode, but you know, this one actually carries kinetic energy and can penetrate and break stuff. But you know, range and effectiveness, it's pretty interesting stuff. I'll actually, I put it in one of the channels like a while back, but there's a website called Project, I think RKO, and it's basically it's like a big sort of group of like physicists and writers and stuff, and they basically go into the real deep mathematical sort of physics behind like realistic space travel and space warfare. It's really cool.
Fascinating. Yeah.
Has somebody run the calculations on what would happen if you took a lightsaber to a Primarch's armor? Has anyone figured that out yet?
Oh, Primarch's armor? Oh.
Yeah, 'cause don't they have like some crazy magnetic field that repels like all laser
Yeah,
weaponry. I
I'm
feel
sorry,
like a lightsaber would
but,
definitely be a laser.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think a lightsaber's gonna make the cut. I'm sorry.
Oh, see, that's so cool. It's even crazier than a lightsaber.
Well, plus there's stuff like they have like holy armor where it's like literally like magic armor that it's.
So if it's holy, that means the Emperor's like magic is blessed it or something. Then?
Oh, I mean, there's chaos
Is,
armor too.
Isn't aren't
Well, I thought holy. I'm sorry. I thought holy referred to the. I thought if you were. What am I trying to say? Like I thought the Primarchs were the most holy because they're like secrets.
Oh yeah,
from
yeah,
the-
yeah, yeah, and yeah, that's sort of what I meant. Like there's like good infused like holy armor that like Primarchs and stuff would wear, and like stupid powerful like personal force fields that they have, and like that's even before you can like make physical contact with them. But like Chaos has some horrific
Tricks of its own.
horrific armor of their own.
I mean, we probably shouldn't get into this conversation. Aren't
Oh yeah. No, you're right. I'm sorry.
aren't like lightsabers like supposed to be like superheated plasma or something like that?
Oh yeah, but I mean like
They probably are. I mean,
superheated
if it was
plasma is kind of like a sort of like a bad joke in the 40K universe. It's actually
is
funny.
it?
Yeah, because like plasma
is it?
guns, like plasma guns here are like notoriously unreliable and like unstable. So like they're incredibly powerful, but they just explode all the time on people's backs.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah. Is there a plasma sword?
I don't think so. Plasma's like sort of a misunderstood concept in the 40K universe. Like they can harness it and do it and turn it into weapons, but it's usually kind of dangerous to the user, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
They're pretty prone to just detonating in your hand, basically.
Yeah.
Plasma's crazy. Like just the way that the sun works, really crazy.
Oh, I know. It's fucking fascinating.
I looked it up, and the gun that has the longest range is the man-portable las cannon, which is 300
so it is a las
meters.
cannon.
300 meters, 5d10 plus 10, or 5d10 plus 10 per shot. 10 penetration. You can shoot it 5 times, but it takes 2 rounds to reload.
See, that's basically a man-portable, like, tank turret.
Yeah.
My body reinforcements, I'll be able to use it.
He's gonna get too powerful, guys.
Guys, we're gonna have to cut his knees off. Alright. Sorry.
Take a helping torch to my robotic legs.
So, you guys, Zach and the captain head down to the planet. You guys bringing anyone else with you, or just you guys?
Bringing me too.
You're already down there.
Yeah, you're already down there. They're about to meet up with you here.
Yeah, I'm bolting Zag into his suit.
Yeah, probably not. I think it'd probably just be the two of us plus everything we've got down on planet side.
All right, cool. Yeah, so you guys, you go down to the landing platform and talk to the little shitty servitor sitting there. Whale comes up. You crawl inside. It heads down to the city. Zach, how are you feeling about all this?
About what now?
About crawling inside of a creature to continue further down into the bowels of this planet.
Boy, I don't know. I guess I expected it to be like a regular mud ball. I wasn't really paying attention. Planets don't interest me. And then we get down here and it's like, where's the dirt? And you're just like, there is no dirt. And I'm like,
Yeah.
What? What do you mean? Where are we going? And then you're like, you'll see. And then I see the crab, and then I'm like,
Yep. We're gonna leave you down here.
Mm. And there actually is like some like transparent, skin on one side of this creature. You guys can sort of look at a little bit, and all you can basically see is like one of the huge. It looks like a mountain, but it's really just like the one of the creature's leg joints. And you just keep going by and by and by, and then eventually get into the creature itself. It comes up, docks, let you guys off, and there is Solar waiting for you guys at the dock bay. He's got some murder servitors with him, and he also has a electro priest that's sort of walking with him that you guys don't immediately recognize. Well, the captain might recognize him because he's been down here before.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, I should mention I'm no more or less disgusted by this than any other planet, because planets in general to me are just a dumb concept.
you're like, oh, this one's just wetter.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, well, I don't. The captain doesn't particularly like being into this thing either.
You
He's
don't think
used
it's
to it.
interesting? You and like your Xeno like thing? You don't think that like it doesn't appeal to you?
No. Appeal is something that he has for it, but like panic is he's what do you call it?
Ambivalent?
No, he's got a maybe not clinically speaking, but he's got like fear of open spaces, fear of the wide open world. Like he
Wait, how could you even go into the void then? It's literally just emptiness for in every direction for is
because he's traveling inside of a city.
okay, all right. It's out of sight, out of mind. If you looked out a window though, you'd be like, oh god.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not that bad. It's just like it's part of his background.
I get you.
Part of his.
It's not like a phobia,
No,
more
He
just
doesn't
like
like
a,
open spaces. Okay, so you're just afraid someone will come up on you, or
I don't think he has a good answer for that.
oh, okay, all right, just a thing. I got it. All right.
just one of
He's
those
got
irrational,
Yeah.
it's not a phobia, just preference.
Yeah. And actually I have something similar, and I have no idea what it is, but like I panic when I see like big wide open expanses, particularly color.
Interesting.
Like looking at the sky is not a problem, but like blue scares me. I don't know why.
Oh, and I put you on a fucking water world.
Yeah. And like I remember this one time as a like me personally as a kid, I was at SeaWorld, and they had these rotating, soft, plushy rotating things. I don't know what you call them, and like they were like staggered in like this group, and so you're like supposed to like push your way past them, and they're all decorated to be like cute undersea animals, and they're all blue and stuff, and not really knowing any better, I went into them and started like pushing through them, and like I just started having like panic attacks, and like ever since then, that's the earliest memory I have of that. Since then, like I can't have I did PlayStation VR for the first time I did VR in general, and we started up some game about like a ballerina or something. Anyway, it's this game where it's like this sci-fi looking game. It's kind of cell shaded, and there's just like huge expanses of like orange and yellow and blue in the background, and like I started getting like
freaked
nauseous.
out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's intense.
I started like having a real bad time. Luckily, if I have something to help put a perspective on it, like if I have an object in the distance and then something else in front of that or beside it, so that I have like an idea of where I am in relation to the distance beyond, I'm okay. But it's like if there's like nothing, if it's like me and then like a solid open color, I like really have a hard time with it. It's really weird. I don't know what it is. I don't know. So that's how I interpret his hivebound penalty, which is where he gets the -10 to survival and -5 outside of proper hab. So I kind of interpret it as
No, that's really
that.
awesome, actually.
Yeah. So
Like for
I'm
the-
just trying to bring my own experience.
Oh yeah, no, that's I love it. I love it. Do it more.
So yeah, he probably likes space. It's just like,
Doesn't
you
like
know,
looking at space.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like he wants to be famous and he wants to meet new people and he wants to adventure, but he doesn't want to actually go outside the ship, even if he
Yeah.
was safe.
Yeah, like I could talk statistics about space to you like all day, and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's cool," and then I'd show you a window, and you're like,
Like that's great. That's great. Let's keep going. So anyway, long story short, we arrive.
Yes. Yes, you do. Yeah, so so Solar's sitting there. He has Electro Priest who sort of looks like a liaison, sort of guiding him around. And he's got 3 murder servitors behind you.
Yeah.
I think I took half of them.
Was it half? Yeah, you might have 5.
Okay.
Yeah, because you like hell.
Okay. 5.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, and he has a small squad of just murder machines walking around behind him. They stand perfectly still whenever he stops, but as soon as he stops, as soon as he starts walking again, they keep an exact like 2 feet behind him, and to either side. They
I just start moonwalking, so they have to catch up with me while I do it.
Yeah, like if he takes a step backwards, they all take a step backwards. If he walks forward, they all walk forward.
But what do they do if it looks like I'm walking forward, but I'm actually walking backwards?
They
Like moonwalk?
all of their heads
Moon Man
explode.
goes to the moonwalk.
They all self-destruct.
Yeah. They all moonwalk with you, of course.
Yeah, obviously they do with their little blade feet.
Yeah, dance protocols.
Dance protocols.
And like sometimes, like you can see like some of the floor that's like not metal. Like if you look past them, you can see like little well springs of blood are like coming up through like the flesh on the floor where these things have been walking.
Oh,
It's not huge, but like they have knives for feet, so
yeah.
uh,
I wonder if they ever disinfect this whale. This crab, I mean. But yeah, well, nice to see you, Solar. It's good to see that you're even less of a human being than you were earlier.
yeah.
You can't see my chest right now unless I've got my shirt off.
Oh, you were.
My arm
Oh,
popped off, didn't I?
How big is it? Can it hide underneath your clothes?
Favorite traps.
It would be
Okay.
it would be like, are you like trying to hide the entire thing?
Doesn't the medical one retract? Like it coils up inside your chest. It has like a wheel that spins and tightens it up.
I think I was just asking like what level are you going to like try to conceal this?
Oh, it withdraws into my body. But it's got like a mechanical casing in there, and then it extends back out. Think like Doc Octopus arms.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Alright,
so
that makes sense.
so you can tell like it looks like there's a couple inches have been sort of added in
because I
like
really want to see it.
Mhm.
yeah, I'll pull it up here in a second.
'Cause it looks cool in my head, but I don't know if I'm thinking of it right. I'm thinking of it as like a Doc Octopus arm. Is that right?
Fairly
Uh,
accurate.
Yeah, but the like I'm more familiar with the tabletop game, and so what I remember is your like tech priest or whatever they were called had like a big giant crab arm that came up from behind him. But I think that was specifically for like working on. And so like you or some of the other tanks, and then like he could actually heal it. This
Mhm.
giant mechanical arm.
That's
I don't know if
little bit
anyone-
different.
Yeah, there's
That's probably not a normal tech priest. I don't imagine.
Oh, I think I found it. Does it have a saw blade on?
it's got a lot of blades on it.
Sometimes.
I'm about to put a
I mean,
picture in
like,
chat right now.
Bone saw specifically, because I think I'm looking at the what do you call it? The medical one. Here, I'm gonna put it in general. Tell me if this is it
I
or not.
just threw it in there.
Oh, is that the medical one? Oh. See, this one's got like
yeah.
a syringe on it.
Yeah, like this thing. It's the end of it. It's got a bunch of syringes, drills, little clampers, little optics on the end of it. Anything that needed for small surgery things, and it's actually has 6 vials in there as well.
Can it do a root canal?
Anything you need for
yeah.
you need for surgery and anything you need for torture.
Hmm.
Yep.
I was gonna make a penis joke, guys, about a retractable tool.
But yeah, my penis retracts into my chest too. You know?
Yeah. I'm just too tired to make anything. But I mean, it's good, and I know if I wanted to, I could have some of my replaced. But frankly, I like being mostly flesh.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
can't disagree with you.
Yeah.
That's about all I can say.
So he meets you guys there. You exchange some pleasantries, and the Electro Priest informs you guys that the governor is basically waiting to see you guys now, and he'll take you up there.
Beautiful. Let's go. Saunter, saunter, saunter.
Saunter. So you guys saunter your way up there, all sensual like, with a
Mm-hmm.
with a swing in your hips and a spring in your step.
Absolutely.
And so he sort of leads you guys up through sort of several levels in this city. You guys are actually, he leads you to sort of above the large chamber of the city proper itself. So you guys basically walk over to like one of the huge flesh walls and start going upstairs and tunnels from there. And then you eventually get to an office-looking door inside this creature. It's quite a bit of walking, but you guys get there eventually. And the electric piece walks open. He opens the door for you guys, and you guys walk into a medium-sized room. Probably about it's circular, probably about 50 feet in diameter. And the ground below you, it's actually almost completely transparent flesh, so you can sort of look down and see the huge cavern of the city below you. But there's like sort of like veins and like little blood vessels that run through this transparent flesh as well. So it's not completely transparent. It's just sort of, you can still see the veins running through this. And there's a nice desk on the other side, and it's carved out of bone too, sort of like Serpico's, except this one is much larger. It's not like a floor table. It's like an actual proper desk. And there's a rather ornately dressed gentleman sitting behind it. And he stands up and throws out both hands forward and says, rogue trader, my friends, please, you are welcome. Please, come in, sit. You and your entourage, please, come in. And then he sort of like stops as he sees all the murder servitors that are sort of like start walking in with you guys.
Yeah, no, they need to stay outside. They absolutely need to stay outside.
What are we doing?
Tiny little...
The governor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay outside.
Okay. Stay outside with the murder servers because their tiny little feet could puncture the transparent floor.
Oh, that'd be bad.
Yeah, they're basically walking on like razor sharp stilettos, and you don't want to have them walk on anything that you don't want damaged.
Yeah, sometimes like one of their feet gets like stuck for a little bit, like pull it out.
Yeah. Ugh. Disgusting. Disgusting. So yeah.
Yeah, so he asks you guys to come in and sit down. He recovers a little bit from his shock at seeing all these murder drones that, like, oh fuck, are those for me?
Like no, those are like don't be bothered too much by those. Those are as incredible as they are. They're not. They're not a harm. They're perfectly safe.
Yeah, he seems to get a little bit more comfortable. And he sort of asks, he's sure that, you must be interested in trade if you're here meeting with him, and he wants to know basically what he can do for you.
Yes. Josh is trying to remember what exactly we're doing. Jeez, it's been like
Uh,
3 weeks since we
Yeah,
talked
sorry.
about it originally.
So basically, from as far as I know, what you guys are up to is getting the basically the raw materials that you guys mine at Riven 2 and getting those back to sort of civilization. So you can
Yes,
basically
yes.
it's basically establishing a trade route for the materials that you guys already have.
Yes, that sounds really good. And there wasn't anything else, guys. You remember? Was there anything else we wanted from him?
Off the top of my head, no. Maybe some new troops to replace the ones that we just murdered.
And we killed like 50 dudes. It's fine.
Oh, so you guys got tech priests for the new ship, but you're gonna need like physical crewmen as well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can get some here and then get the rest at Port Wander. Just get a skeleton crew here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's totally
Then we're
doable.
going back to Footfall.
Or Footfall, my bad.
Yeah. Footfall is where we're next to look.
I think it's closer, isn't it? Or maybe not. Maybe that was just the one we kept saying. It doesn't matter which one we go to, honestly.
No, Footfall I think is where we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Footfall's about as far as, you being a rogue trader and business there, that's basically as far as you need to take your stuff before you could find, a good buyer and someone to take it off your hands right there.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you say the new biologist is with us?
She's not right now.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Were you looking to make eyeballs at her?
No, I was just curious.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yes. So the captain will, use his charms and wiles, to basically present his case, which is this, he wants to set up a mutually beneficial relationship with his new planet, and wants to negotiate for the resources that they're looking. And he's kind of wondering. He wants to approach it, in his little way that he does, very casually.
All right.
Well, all charm, all business is about like favors and doing things for people. His seneschal's dead as well, so
That's right.
he's kind of flying blind to that too. So
So are you trying to like straight up charm him?
sure.
Okay. Yeah. So make me a charm roll.
Is he royalty?
He's not he's not royalty in the sort of the sense that you are. But I mean, he is like the single highest person on this planet, so he might as well be.
Okay, so do you think I could get my pure trait?
Yes.
All right.
This guy may not be like a technical noble, like from the imperial sense, but he's a noble in every other sense of the word, except for
Exactly.
maybe, official title.
Yeah, but if I treat him like one, then it
Right.
might as well be. 4.6 degrees of success.
Big rolls tonight.
Man, he's
Well,
just
like charming appear is like I've got a 74 for that roll.
dadgum.
Yeah, the captain can do one thing, and God help him if he was a Xeno, because then 84. So like one day when he meets an Eldar Queen, he will bang her. It's gonna happen. it's gonna happen.
Did I hear him say that, or is he talking to the?
I hear him say that.
Just what a way to open up that conversation. Like, if I ever meet an Eldar Queen, I'm gonna sire children with her.
I did not say that.
The captain wants a big
Disappointed.
titty Tau
I
GF.
don't do that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I won't associate with Tau. Did you say the Tau? Holy
Oh,
shit,
yeah,
kill all Tau on sight.
that's like the running meme on the internet now. Is everyone wants a big titty Tau GF?
Oh my god.
Fucking pop their skulls.
It's so
I
funny.
actually Tau came out after I played the
The
original.
Tau are
stuff.
bullshit.
What are the Tau?
The Tau are fish people who suck.
Yeah, think of like space communists who only fight like via snipers. Like they don't get in close combat or nothing.
Oh, weird.
Yeah,
So,
and
yeah.
they made them the position of the good guys in the universe, and the whole thing in the universe is that nobody's supposed to be good, and people didn't like the implication that the communists were the good guys, so then they had to like walk it back and make them more antagonistic, and it was a big shit show from what I heard.
Weird. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
what
you
they
mean
pretty
like?
much did is they made it so that the Tau are on equal standings with the Imperium when it comes to treating their people kind of like shit in a sense, but not in the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like
the big thing was people didn't like that they were like the good guys, quote unquote, because everybody's supposed to be equally shitty in the 40k universe.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody's addicted to somebody to a very large degree.
Usually to everybody, you know. Like,
Yeah.
Usually you're addicted to just everybody who's not you. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even think there's a single race that gets along with another race, is there? Like, not in the way that we, not like alliance-wise.
not really.
Like, nobody likes the orcs,
More.
nobody likes the Eldar, unless you're like the Eldar, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no one really fucks with each other.
I mean, back in the day, they found human kingdoms that had aligned with Xenos.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
there's
Well,
always
that's-
there's always
those would be like
fringes.
non-Imperium humans, though, right? I'm talking about like the vast majority of humanity is under
Yeah.
the Imperial rule.
Yeah, like if anyone under like actual Imperial rule like was dealing with Xenos, they'd be lucky to
Super, yeah.
get off with like just them dying and not their whole planet.
I mean, okay, if the captain got caught trading with Xenos, we'd probably have to give up the explorator vessel we found on Riven 2.
And, I mean,
no,
not
we're-
necessarily.
We're allowed to do that.
I
I think.
just mean as a bribe.
Oh,
It'd be
well,
harsh,
No,
but
because
you
I don't
know.
think they have legalistic reasons to come after us because we're rogue traders. That's where we go, we are the law. So technically, we never broke the law because there was no imperial rule to break the law. Isn't that
So,
that
like-
the big loophole?
Yeah, so like
Kind of-
technically you're not supposed to really like work with aliens or take any of their stuff, but you know, like it's so unavoidable at this point in the universe. It's like if like you have to, you know, at like some points like or you're just gonna die. Like that's just how it is. So like it's sort of generally like understood that rogue traders can get away with that sort of thing. It's sort of, you know, like oh, you know, these guys who race on bikes are, you know, totally all of them aren't on steroids, but they are, you know.
Yeah, and for me, you know, I think that's great because then if we have to make an exchange with a bunch of hot Eldar, it's gonna be fine because I'll handle it and we'll get the best deal.
A body fluid
At the
exchange.
time, the
I
Inquisition
think the
itself-
Eldar would look at you and just be like, they would just like flay your flesh off because it would please them. Isn't that their MO?
Oh, that's
That's
Dark
Dark
Eldar.
Eldar.
Oh, that's Dark Eldar. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
two different factions.
Yeah.
I've been had.
No, it happens. My army growing up was, I love that.
Oh,
Fantastic.
The Dark Eldar.
Oh no, regular Eldar. Yeah, this was actually before the Dark Eldar army came out. This was way back when. It was orcs, Tyranids, Space Marines, and
Tyranids are that old? I thought they were new. Huh.
Tyranids are pretty old.
It was
Oh,
those
cool.
were
I
those
wasn't
were the
aware.
big three, and then Dark Eldar came out, and then later on, after Dark Eldar had come, Tau came out. So yeah,
And the universe regretted that.
Mhm.
I'm kind of curious how they fit into the lore. Like,
How what fit into the lore?
like for instance, in our game, right? What would where would the Tau be? Like,
They don't have warp travel. They have like another way of traveling, don't they? Like,
Yeah,
They're not
they
warped, yeah.
they sort of like so you know how like so humans basically travel interstellarly by just
Yeah.
like sort of like taking their ships and just straight dipping into another dimension and coming out somewhere else, almost like a
Yeah.
submarine, like breaking the surface, just dipping into the warp and then coming up somewhere else.
Yeah,
they're-
it's faster than light, but at a base physics at the same time.
Yeah.
Because you're not
Yeah.
actually moving faster than light. You're just traveling space faster than light.
Yeah, the Tau sort of have a weird system where they almost like it's almost like they skim their ships like rocks off the surface of water on the warp. So they just kind of like quick dip in and out and in and out real quick. And I'm not 100% sure the logistics of traveling like that, but
Um,
it's roughly comparable to our way.
okay, yeah. But wouldn't that mean that they would not be as susceptible to the warp as everybody else is?
Oh, the Tau are terrified of chaos.
Oh, really?
Actually, I don't think the Tau have really experienced chaos yet.
Oh no, my bad. They're terrified of dark elves. My bad.
Mm,
Oh yeah, them and the Dark Eldar have had some good times together.
interesting.
My
By
bad.
good,
Kill all fish people on site.
and by good times, I mean literally the worst.
Oh. I was like, okay, well, that explains what you meant. Cool. Well, now I want to meet some.
No, literally kill all Tau on site.
Oh, space fish commies sound really fun. They probably have like good drinking games.
Tau
Sure.
are literally the worst thing. Even out of game, they're the worst. They were like the best army for a while. Like they were objectively the best army when like right when they came out, and they had to like really nerf them in the next. Release.
Yeah, because they could just shoot across the board from anywhere and just kill you the fuck out before you can even get
Oh,
near
really?
them. Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was like,
Because they're advanced than humanity. It's just that we're better at war.
oh yeah.
Well, apparently not. You just get sniped across the map and can do literally nothing about it.
Part of the Tau doctrine, part of their doctrine, is that they avidly avoid war with us because we just kick their ass up and down this galaxy.
Yeah, most of the time they kind of like hit and run because, like, you know, imagine them as like a knife compared to our like fucking chainsaw that just like
Yeah,
can't
chainsaw
just
is
can't be
awesome.
stopped.
Chainsaw.
Interesting. Yeah.
The Imperial buzzsaw. But anyway, so with that 4.6 degrees of success, oh boy, is Governor Duros happy with this deal you're bringing him.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, he actually like he like stands up and like gets up and like puts both hands on your hand and like shakes. He's like, "Oh yes, we haven't had a business opportunity like this come through the planet." Well, of course, he sort of like backtracks and he's like, "Of course, people come through the planet, but you know, everyone doesn't, you know, take the path that you did and personally come down here and come to our city and speak with us." And
Absolutely.
you know,
Yeah.
he's real pretty happy about this. He sort of like sits back down and leans back there and he's like, "Although I must tell you up front that any sort of contraband cannot be tolerated at this port." He sort of like gestures around him as like where you guys are, and he's like,
Mhm.
"I'm sure that you can understand the possible prejudices held against us by our more indoctrinated imperial brethren, and
I was like half listening. And I just heard the Imperial and I was like,
it's like and any more attention drawn to ourselves would likely be very negative. I'm sure you can understand."
we don't really deal in illicit goods anyway. Don't we break ships and sell the parts? That's not illegal. So I think it's fine.
Yeah, he's sort of just, you know, saying he's like, I love this deal, but he's pretty much like making it very clear that he does not want any kind of contraband or illicit substances or goods going through his port.
I say take it. Sounds like a good deal to me.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna have a conflict with that. The only thing I can think of is, weren't we harvesting fish people or frog people?
Oh, I
DNA?
walked that back because originally that was because I was like, well, you need money, but then at the same time, and then I was like, but that's really outside my character. So then I was like, can I just not have done any of that and just like iced the whole thing?
Fair enough.
So-
Fair enough.
Oh, is that what you did? I don't remember you saying that.
Oh, sorry. Well, I didn't want after I pretty much said all that stuff, and then you guys were like, "Well, it doesn't even really work like that," and I was like, "Well, at this point, just fuck it then." Like, I would have just iced it if I had known that it wouldn't have worked. So,
Okay,
because I
so
was trying to like clone them and things, and apparently that just doesn't really exist or doesn't work in the way I thought it did. So I was like, "Well,
I mean,
knowing
you
that,
know,
then I
as
just
like
would've said
effective
that.
as like cloning dead bodies would be,
Fair,
Mhm.
fair."
Mhm.
you know, because I mean, the only specimens you guys have right now are dead bodies.
Those-
And it would take testing and time, and so I just iced the whole thing. I was like, oh, fuck Xenos. Just incinerated all of them.
you didn't want to keep them for the biologist to examine?
Oh, well, I didn't actually say and incinerated them, so I guess we would have.
I mean,
probably
you can
just
decide
iced the
this now because
project.
I didn't hear, like, I was having some
Yeah,
pretty
no, I probably
hardcore
just would have put
audio
a stop to the whole
problems.
thing and just been like, everybody just stop doing whatever you're doing and just, because what did we do? We breached the room.
And basically the guys had like dissected these Xenos, and
Yeah,
they
and
were
took
like,
some of the bones. So we probably would have destroyed those remains because they're like open and like
Mhm.
unthawed, and then probably put the other ones on ice because you can unfreeze frogs at any time. Their skin is allowed. You can basically freeze a frog and reanimate it, and it'll live.
Weird.
Yep, because their skin is elastic enough that the water and because what happens when you freeze a human is it's not that it doesn't like preserve you, but what it does is it ruptures your cells because the water in your cells expands and destroys all your cells.
crystallizes.
Yeah, the trick is, can we freeze people without actually destroying them? And if you could, there's no reason you wouldn't be able to freeze people and reanimate them, in theory.
Weird.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, these things you can freeze them and they pretty much like molecularly stay perfect.
That's
So
weird.
yeah, I probably would have just put them back on ice, the ones that aren't like dissected and thawed out,
Word.
But I think other than minor things like that, I don't think we have any problem to deal or
And
And
I don't think we've dealt with illicit stuff in the past either. So if we just stay to our regular MO, I don't think it'll be a problem.
plus, as far as you know, nobody else knows about this particular xenospecies, so it's like you can't make illegal what you don't know about. So technically, these aren't
It might splash back on
contraband yet.
Yeah, that's the key. And then when they go back and grandfather him into all these charges,
Yeah. Well.
I say take it. Once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's take it. We might as well.
The Art of the Deal, as written by Captain Ryben Williams of the ship The Obstinate.
She's like, he likes me. Okay, fine. We'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, this guy, yeah, he seems quite adamant about getting this done. And you guys talk for a little bit more. Shoot the shit. He tells you a little bit more about about the logistics of running a city and inhabited place like this. And then after a little while, an aide comes in, and she's got a little thin stack of papers. There's little arrows stuck to the side. We need you to sign here and sign there. So you throw your John Hancock on a couple of these papers. And man,
I would have my seneschal look them over again. Damn it.
right.
You're what now?
I said I would have my seneschal look these over. 10.
Oh, I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Not my fault. It's literally not my fault.
Sure. You have insisted.
I have explained in great detail.
Yeah. So yeah, the deed is done.
Yeah. All right.
So he stands up. He moves to shake your hand.
And I go to shake his.
All right.
And we spit on it.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, Captain just spits on his hand. Like
Here you go.
the governor didn't spit on his hand, but Captain Ryben does.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
like, oh, can you not? Just,
Oh man. I mean, you need to.
I'm just saying, if it
listen
were
up,
me,
Jack.
if it were just me,
Oh yeah, he's
if
gonna
I
do
was
it
the
later.
governor.
Yeah. He's gonna spit on your hand later. Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone gets spit on eventually.
Yeah, you're coming out of your suit and just like.
Rogue Trader Llama.
It ain't easy being a rogue trader.
You gotta learn some weird customs.
Hey guys,
So,
real
yes.
quick, I'll be right back. Give me 1 minute.
Not a problem. And I'm gonna be right back. It's dark.
I'm still here. Man, Emma's having fun with this whole Twitter thing.
You wanna?
Oh, I'm not familiar. What's going on?
Oh, she found out I don't follow you guys on Twitter, so now she keeps poking me about it.
I don't know why you guys aren't on social.
Because it's dying. Twitter has like half the reach it used to at this point. It's that and Facebook are really stagnating from what I can tell.
Yeah. Facebook's doing it.
I've never used Twitter.
Facebook's platform was ill-conceived to begin with. Like there was nowhere to go but down once it peaked because no one is going to spend more time on Facebook than they already do, which is about a half an hour a day from what I've read. There's nothing you can add to that platform that's going to increase people's maximum amount of daily time on it. It's just not going to happen. Like they tried doing the video thing, that didn't stick.
Well, that's just because YouTube owns the video market.
Yeah, well, that's a whole other ball of wax, and YouTube is looking at a whole bunch of problems coming their way.
Yeah. I will say this though, Twitter's really fun. Twitter is a whole lot of fun, and
I like to read like companies that banter. You know, like I liked when Wendy's was doing the banter, and
that shit was funny.
Some interesting stuff. But like, I don't need a Twitter to engage in that. I mean, like I can just like look at what they're doing, and I mean, the only thing having a Twitter would do is let me get in fights in the comments, like of people's tweets, and then just not interested in it. You know?
Yeah, that's
why I avoid it.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys can have your opinions, great, but
Oh no, I'm not saying it's dumb. I'm not saying that it's a waste of time. I'm just saying it's not for me.
okay, all right. We have a lot of fun on there. Just saying.
I can just ask my friends to send me any important tweets, which I actually proved earlier.
Oh, minding people's tweets from like 5 years ago is the best. Like just finding shit that like contradicts what they say today, and then.
Oh, yeah.
I was saying that earlier. Emma was saying she posted a tweet about a conversation we were having in the Discord, and I think she said like, "Oh, but Moon won't be able to see it." So I texted my friend. I said, "Send me a picture of whatever tweet that WebD and Twitter put up about the Discord," and he sent it to me, and I just posted it.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So what happens if nobody alerts you that you? How do you find
How do you
it?
find what?
I don't.
What was the question?
He died.
I said, how do you find something if you don't know? If you were on the platform, whereas if you're on the platform, you might find stuff all the time.
But I get the Patreon emails, you know, like I
get those.
pretty regularly, so I feel like I know what's going on with that. I don't know.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
The greatest Twitter right now is definitely the Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter. That was so magical when they first hired that guy to do their PR or whatever. The beginning like week was so golden. Oh my god.
I feel like I missed something.
Oh, you didn't see the Sonic tweets like right when they hired this new guy? Oh, it was legendary. The guy is like literally a madman. He was going off for like a week about just the craziest stuff. Like, oh, what a magical time to be alive. And when Tony the Tiger got hijacked by the furries, oh my.
Yeah, no, like, like, see, and this is why I like Twitter.
That sounds hilarious.
I love it.
It just
I saw
it
that,
weirds
and
me
I
out
just
that people
I'm
can
asking
like
to be
Google my
left alone.
usernames and then like find me. You know what I mean? Like that just bothers me like fundamentally. So
I mean, but they could find you right now.
how I
Like
don't
you're
have any hours. I know.
you're not completely dark, man. Here you are talking to.
Oh well, I mean yeah, you found my Discord like big whoop.
All right.
I mean,
I just
someone's
don't want people
someone's
looking me up,
tracking
you
you
know?
right now.
Yeah, someone's tracking you right now. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, well that's yeah, but I'm not worried about like I'm not worried about that implicitly. I'm worried about people like who want to dig through my past and like dox me, you know, just because I disagree with you on the internet or something. Like I just don't like having a big like trail.
Okay. All right. Are you worried about confrontation?
No, well, not really. I just don't want that. I've been on the internet for a really long time. I value anonymity on the internet, and I really don't want the consequence. Because like this is the big fallacy everybody likes to get into. It's like, oh, well, you wouldn't say or do this in real life, and it's like, well, guess what, dumb shit. The internet's not real life, so I'll do and say what I want because real life sucks. Like,
There's a
why would
pretty
you
big
want to
disconnect.
make the internet like? Why would you want to make the internet more like real life? Real life fucking blows, and the internet's fun. That's really all I have to say about that.
Hmm.
I don't want to
Okay.
bring real world consequences into the internet. Like
Interesting.
this is good. Like if some this thing you posted with the Sonic, that's
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah, and that was just the like something like this.
Oh my god, what is that?
Happy Friday the 13th. Don't worry, everything will be fine.
Yeah.
Like that's what Sonic, the official Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, dude,
Twitter
he's
post.
so aware of the
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog community and like just the
Oh,
way
yeah.
he banters and plays with it. It's legendary, dude. Like, and this is one Sega so much good favor back after all the shitty, and then they released Sonic Mania, which was a great game.
Yeah, yeah. They're doing a good job. They just need to keep doing it.
They need to not release
Sounds
Sonic
supposed to be
fucking
good shit.
Forces. That's what they needed to do. God damn.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Um,
we're getting hard distracted here.
Yeah. Did you have a
I'll get
question?
you guys on Twitter one day.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm posting all kinds of art there, guys.
Oh shit! Now I'm going.
Unless it's
Just
Lapotia, I'm not involved.
Oh yeah, I really do need to finish some works. I've got like 3 different ones that I'm midway through.
Man.
But I got distracted by character portraits.
Like, okay, hold up one sec. Like, let me.
I mean, I could link you right now.
No, I don't know how to use this dumb website. I'm trying to.
All right, I'm linking you my page. Like, in, I'll put it in the thingy.
I want to see it too.
Here.
Yeah, just throw it in general.
I don't know how to link individual tweets. This is killing me.
I don't know. Maybe you'd know if you were on
I
Twitter.
don't need to.
Maybe you should sign up just for practice.
No, I'm gonna hard pass on that. The other thing is that Twitter just shadow bans people, and then then you can just be saying something into the ether and like nobody knows about it.
I've never experienced any of these.
You never. Okay. Like, have you ever clicked on something? Has this ever? Just be honest with me for like 1 second. Have you ever clicked on someone's tweet and have been like, this tweet is taking too long to reload, and then it just like stops it like right there, and then you have to like reload to get it back?
When clicking on a tweet.
Yeah. Okay. So I've seen videos about this where people are like,
Uh-huh.
where people are they're trying to like click on a tweet, and then it says, oh, this tweet is taking too long to load, and then you have to reload the page to get it. And then there's some other like weird stuff too where people will quote a tweet and it'll be like, this tweet's not available, but if you click on the unavailable tweet, it takes you to it and it's still like fully viewable. And
Yeah.
basically the idea is that they're throttling people's like outreach by making it more difficult to like reach what you're linking to and things like that. The idea is that people will just get lazy and walk away from it and just like drop it. And I don't know. I really don't like the attitude of Silicon Valley in general, and I can't think of anything more like Silicon Valley than Twitter. And so I just
actually
don't engage in
made
it.
a Twitter to try and help with try and talk to Discord that time that it just wasn't working for me.
Oh yeah, like a couple sessions ago.
So I actually have a Twitter and now I'm trying to figure out how to delete it.
Yo, when I deleted my Facebook, it was like, oh, it's takes 30 days to process or something. I was
Yeah,
like,
it's
what?
fucking dumb.
Like,
I couldn't even delete mine, and you can't get rid of the app on your phone.
wait, what?
Nobody
Yeah,
tell Emma there's a
Wait, what?
nobody tell Emma.
yeah. Try uninstalling the Facebook app on your phone. Just try.
I what the fuck? Hey, is this an iPhone or is this?
Widget.
Do you have an iPhone or do you have Android?
Oh, I have Android.
Oh, okay. That's really weird then.
Yeah, it's not okay.
Hey guys, I totally understand. The companies that run these things, of course they're crooked. All companies are crooked.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
But as a tool, Facebook sucks, but Twitter's very fun.
Oh,
They're very
I know people who like he's an entrepreneur. He runs half his business off Twitter.
Yeah, and that's what I'm working on now. Like all the like art commissions I've gotten are from Twitter.
Oh yeah,
Um,
definitely
you know,
some great potential.
sure. I mean, yeah. You know,
It's asking you to draw Scal.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I know when I get on Twitter, I'm being tracked, but I want to be tracked.
What?
Well, the whole point is getting followers and
Oh, right.
is,
Yeah.
is putting stuff out there so that people see you. It's like if
I don't
anybody's
know.
on,
Like, here's the thing. I don't have anything worth saying to like 5,000 people. Like, if I ran a successful YouTube channel, that'd be one thing. Like, I'd have something to say to like people who watch my content, but
yeah.
nothing I put out there is fucking relevant to anybody. So like, why bother? This is why I deleted my Facebook. I was just sitting on my ass one day, like reading through my feed, and I was like, and I remember so crystalline this exact moment. I was sitting there scrolling through like my newsfeed, and I was like, you know, I don't give a shit what any of these fucking people are saying. And then I realized, like very clandestinely, I was like, wait a second, nobody gives a shit what I say. And then I just deleted my profile on the spot. I was like, this is so dumb. Why am I wasting my time? And I've never gone back.
That's fair enough. That's,
Yeah.
I
Makes sense.
understand that. I feel that way sometimes, but
But like I said, if I had a successful like content platform or something, like if I had a reason to have a Twitter, that'd be one thing.
Yeah.
Um,
totally, yeah.
what killed Facebook was corporate involvement. Like Twitter, like having a Twitter for corporations actually makes sense. Having a Facebook for corporations is fucking dumb. And that's the big thing.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. But
so-
yes,
I'm cutting in
Yes.
here, guys, just because I've been thoroughly enjoying this conversation, but I just realized we've been going for like
Oh,
20
yeah.
for like 20 minutes.
Yes.
Yes.
So
yeah.
anyway, did you have a
Yes.
question before I left, Josh?
I don't think so. I feel like I would have remembered.
Okay, cool. It just
Yeah.
I don't know. Felt like he sounded like. So yeah, he's willing to basically you guys can bring your goods here. He'll help set up with a buyer from the other guys who constantly come here from Footfall and the other places, and you know, it's overall a pretty good deal for you guys. The captain was able to basically, you know, charm him pretty well. He didn't try to really, you know, work in a bunch of you know, scummy small texts, you know, read the fine print kind of deals.
I'm going to. I'm also going to ask him. I'm trying. Excuse me. I'm trying to think of a way that I could do this without disclosing too much information. But I want to ask him about Serpico. See if he knows anything about him.
Oh yeah, he sort of like rolls his eyes a little bit and like kicks back in his chair and throws his feet up on his desk and he's like, well, if you've heard of him already, then I assume he's probably tried to talk to you too, huh?
Pretty much. Yeah. But it was you know, it was friendly enough.
Hey, I'll be right back. I think somebody's at my door.
Oh, spooky.
You know, what'd be
Okay.
great is if he just immediately goes offline. We don't hear from him for like the next week. That'd be so fun.
Or ever.
Wow.
Haven't you ever seen those threads where people are like,
Yeah, it's
"Oh,
fucking
look at
terrifying."
that, guys," and then you know they're the Steam threads, and then they've never been on for like 400 days later.
Yeah. God, that sounds horrific. And plausible.
And
Hey,
plausible.
totally.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you guys like, if I ever just straight up disappear from the Discord, like without any kind of
Send
like
help.
like hey guys, I'm leaving, like it's probably because I'm dead.
Yo, by the way, I didn't go in there with you. I didn't go into the. So I guess I'm just outside.
Yeah, I might be in there alone if
Big
unless.
and clunky. There's probably nowhere to sit for me.
I mean,
you know.
Solar came with you.
Oh yeah. Solar, did you come with?
He actually just went away to go talk to his murderer or confront the murderer at the
Yeah.
door.
Go
Oh
confront
right.
the,
Yeah.
the murder servitor that's at his front
Yeah.
door.
Yeah. He's being murdered right now. Forgot. Okay, so yeah, and he'll, he's not saying, he's not going to bring up the fact that that he wanted that this guy wanted Ryben to sabotage anything or coerce anyone. He's just saying that he met him by chance.
Yeah, he's sorry. I just saw that Arlie Ermy died. Anyway, he I'm sorry, that's my phone. Let me turn that off. But yeah, he sort of sighs and he's like, well, I can't tell you who to talk to and or what to do, but I can tell you he's the slippery type. Not anyone on this planet, but some would call him a snake. Most planets, people on this planet don't know what snakes are, but
Yeah, he's an eel.
yeah, maybe he's a slippery eel.
Yeah, that actually works. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it was a dirty Jehovah's Witness.
Wait, really?
At what time of the night is it?
It's 3 hours behind for us, so, or at least for me.
6.
So like,
It still makes me
it's
so
just
mad.
hard,
Like, who do they think they are interrupting my game?
Wow.
heretics, all of them.
Heretics.
Heretics, all of them.
If it's any consolation, it was probably the briefest conversation he's ever had in his life.
Well,
there you go.
Go get your
what did you
flamethrower.
say?
Hi, would you like to hear about our Lord and Savior? No.
Close.
See, like that's weird. We have Mormons down here, but like they stay hidden because this is the Bible Belt. Well, we're a little south of the Bible Belt, but like everybody assumes that everybody. It's just kind of like so nobody goes door to door because it's kind of assumed that if you're going to door, you're going to door for a local church, like a local Christian church.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, they're like, hey, get off our property.
I
Yeah,
got
like-
approached. I
San
got
Diego.
approached by a Mormon once out in a parking lot. They were very nice about it, though.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, Mormons are really nice. Like they're some of the most wholesome fucking people I've seen. But they are, but I've never seen a door to door.
That's
Yeah.
because they don't knock on your door. You think they're nice because they don't know.
Do you guys have Amish near you, Josh?
I don't. I definitely don't.
No, we have what's called German Baptists. We have some of those here,
Oh, okay.
Um,
Do they have like
and they're
the super amazing like fresh markets that they have all the time? You can go there. It's like a
Sadly-
flea market for food. It's just the best.
not locally. I have heard the like Amish are really fucking good at what they do.
Oh man, Amish markets are like second to none for like
Yeah,
fresh
I would
bread.
love to go to
like,
one.
oh dude, there's a real good one up in New Jersey where my sister lives.
Mm.
But anyway, so yeah, he's pretty much described. He's I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you he's sort of a slippery character. I would be rather discerning in any more talks you have with him, but I trust that any kind of deals you might have made with him won't be affecting ours.
Nope, not at all. My only real request are the meeting that we just made, you and I, let's try to keep it as hush hush as we can, at least just in case this guy has any ulterior motives of his own.
Yeah, he sort of spreads his palms out. He's like, "Oh, of course, I can be discreet, but your name will be attached to, this.
Oh, sure.
This all has to be, at least somewhat legal and by the books and everything. So your name will be attached to like cargo manifests and stuff. But I'll keep your involvement known to a minimum."
Okay, that sounds good. I'm sure he'll find out, but that's business.
Ah, that is business.
Nothing personal, dude.
He actually says that there, in the next day or two, there's going to be a festival down in the city. He wants to know if you guys want to actually stay for that.
You can like hear me like moan out in the hallway.
Did maybe I'm gonna excuse me. I'm gonna have counsel with my compatriots. Find out we might be able to stay. We're still wrapping up. The exchange. We'll have to get those troops onto the ship and all of that. So the ones that we're requisitioning for our skeleton crew. So we might as well. We're gonna be here.
Yeah, so I think this ship has a crew of about 24,000. For like a skeleton crew, he can get you guys like 6.
Okay. Yeah. It'll work. I think that would be really useful.
So you guys will have basically a skeleton crew, but you'll be flush on like actual like tech priests and servitors and stuff like that. So that will make it, easier than no crew.
Yeah. It's just because I guess part of what the crew is because it is basically a city. It has to be like one.
Oh yeah.
Even though the ultimate output is keeping the vessel alive and making sure they can go places and do things, right?
Yeah, sort of think of it as almost like a human body. You have like trillions of cells in you, and you're constantly alive, but they're constantly living and dying and beginning new life cycles on this ship. And you have probably generations of people who grow up and die on this ship and never leave.
Nice. Okay.
The void.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that's Zach.
What?
Is that the kind of idea of what Zag is?
Voidborn. Yeah, you're Voidborn,
Void.
right? So, yeah.
120%.
Okay. Well, that's fascinating. That's fascinating for Josh. I'm sure Captain Ryman doesn't really think it's all that fascinating. Yeah, we'll stay for the festival. What is the festival? Tell me about it.
It says it's their sort of annual like seafood festival, and it happens like every 5 years, because these sort of like crab creatures that they live in. There's another one that sort of they walk on almost like sort of predictable paths, and as they sort of come close to one another, these it's imagine like if like Australia just like occasionally like swung real close to the U.S. and like so like a bunch of people just sort of jump out and they send a whole bunch of little whale ships across to each other. It's just sort of a big exchange of food and culture and big party time.
The only thing I thought was target practice.
Oh, do what? What did you say?
I said the only
target practice.
target practice. We've already got one border down there. We don't need another.
Yeah. So do we have are you saying there's more than one settlement on the planet?
Yeah, he sort of explains that there's like 3 sort of like main crustaceans that have been like settled on this planet, Well, and theirs is the largest, but occasionally when these giant crustaceans sort of like move within close proximity to each other under the seafloor, all the people living inside them sort of have parties and like go meet each other and, have a good time.
Party, you say?
Yeah.
Party?
Mhm.
No, I'll be there.
It happens every couple of years.
And my two antisocial friends, they're going to be.
Social? I don't know what you mean.
Mm-hmm. I do.
Um, so, so you're interested in that? Yes.
Yes.
He
I
says,
would,
"Excellent,"
love
and
to.
he he hits a button on his desk, and the aide comes in, and she has sort of flutes, like glass flutes, sort of filled with some kind of green bubbling liquid. He sort of hands them around the room, and he asks everyone to drink to the success and future of their new enterprise.
Absolutely. I'll drink up, and I'll make Zag put it in his feeding tube.
I'm not drinking anything on this planet.
Come on, coward. Have a little fun.
How do I know what they're doing?
Have a little fun. I remember when we first picked you up. You were but a wee lad. A wee lass, actually. And we...
Still a wee lad.
Yeah. You're 16 and... You've only gotten older, but you're still a kid, so...
I'm
I found you when you were 16. Now you're 16 and a half.
I think it's been
Yeah.
about 2 years actually.
Yeah, probably. It's probably been.
It's
But it
fine.
hasn't been that long.
2 years isn't that long in 40K time, I suppose.
Yeah, no, not really. But you know how it is when you're like when you're 14, 2 years later to 16. Like that's a fucking long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then now it's like, wait a minute, is it Christmas already again? All right.
Yeah, it's funny. That's sort of one of those things that some people don't usually think about. Is that as you get older, time moves faster for you.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I can actually explain that very briefly.
Yeah, it's
Learned
like,
this on that Vsauce channel.
oh man, Vsauce is
Yeah.
the fucking dopest of the dope.
Basically, when you're 12 and you turn 13, well, that was 1/12 of your life right there. So it's like a huge proportion. But when you're 80 and you turn 81, well, that was just 1/80th of your life. So
Mhm.
years become proportionately less and less significant, and so then they just start to fly by. And
Yeah,
it's a compounding effect because the older you get, the shorter they're gonna feel.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, you guys.
Yeah.
So that is So you guys toast and you conclude your business up here with the governor. Yeah, so he said basically in like 48 hours is when this festival is about to kick off.
All right. I suggest we
And-
go pre-party.
Let's start the pregame. So I was gonna ask how people are doing on like time for right now.
I got no good me.
What about you, man?
Like,
I'm good.
okay,
I'll say around 9.
What time is it for you right now?
Oh, sorry. In about 30 minutes, I'd to wrap it up, or at least start wrapping it up. Maybe 45.
okay, cool.
Yeah, just so I can. I'm gonna have a late dinner with the missus.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right, so
Excuse me. Jeez. Sorry.
yeah, you guys leave. Where are you guys heading back up to the ship?
Don't you want to stay here and check out the city? Yeah.
Yeah, he offers like private accommodations for you guys here.
Well, how about it, Zag and Solar? What do you say?
I just want to go back to the ship. I mean, are we done here? Don't we have this like super big jump I'm expected to make to football where we tow a ship? Like, what are we? we're like putting this off like more and more. gonna have to rerun the calculations now because everything's like changed.
Captain wants to party, man. Captain wants to party.
Captain wants to party. I mean, you guys can go up there. Maybe I'll get murdered. That's all.
Murder. Ew.
Mm-hmm. Are you trying to murder the captain?
What? I just want to go to Footfall. I'm so over this planet and it's fucking crabs and shit. And
Yeah. Yeah. The captain will go up to the ship for now, and maybe before the party he'll come down for some pregame. But he'll go up there to make sure everything's set and that we're gonna successfully tow and moor. It's all this boring stuff like taking care of the ship.
Doing work.
That's my job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you guys, as you head back up to the ship, these three new ships in the system,
Yes.
they have
Yes.
actually come very much closer to the planet now, and they're sort of they're orbiting, you know, a couple thousand kilometers outside of where you guys are.
Okay.
So you know, not far at all in, you know, space terms.
Yeah. Well, once we get settled in up there, we should hail them and see what they're up to.
Yeah. So they you know, you get actual Vox communications now
Nice.
with them. So you know, they sort of hail you guys again, extend some formal greetings, and then they say that the captain, their rogue trader captain, wants to speak with you. Either you come to their ship or she'll come to yours. She doesn't really care.
Hell yeah. Let's let me go to hers. Let's do that.
I insist I go with you.
where are we going?
We're all gonna go to the ship of the lady who organized our mission, right?
Yes.
What was her name again?
Fellow rogue trader Elevantra Sky.
Oh, fuck those people. This mission sucks.
Ella Von Triska. Didn't I?
Wasn't there also a guy who walked around on crab legs or something? They were like mechanical crab legs.
That was
The
an Inquisitor.
Mhm.
Okay, that guy sucks too because I feel like he put it.
Wow. Would you mind posting into the chat so that I can just copy pasta?
Yeah.
Copy. What do we do?
Actually, I think. Let me go way back up here in the chat.
Um, I've been pretty much spending this entire time we've been playing scouring Danboru, which is like a yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, it's like a hentai thing.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar.
Yeah, but there's non-hentai stuff there. It's a grab bag. You just reach in and you never know weird and or gross thing you're gonna pull out. But I'm trying to figure out how to color hair, and I found out that anime hair is the shiniest hair ever.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so shiny. It's like metal.
Yeah, it's like metal. It's like soft metal.
It's like aluminum.
So I found a really awesome art technique for like how to do anime style hair. So I am GTG Toads McGoats gonna start doing this. I posted it in the forum. Not that like you guys care about this kind of thing, but it's really cool. How to use digital tools to color shit.
It is actually really fascinating. I've always sort of wondered, like, how people do digital drawings.
I am learning so much because I learned Photoshop in 2001 or something, like really a long time ago, and now I'm trying to use these digital tools, and like these
these little millennial kids grew up with it, and so like it's second nature to them. Um, I I'm a dinosaur, but I'm figuring it out. I'm having a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, so I put her name in the chat if that's what you were looking for.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put it in my.
All right, let's get on that ship, man.
Let's do it.
Captain,
I
just
guess I'll
keep your
go.
ship out of her dock.
Yeah, come on, Zach. It's gonna be great. We're gonna dock with her.
God.
I'm gonna unload some cargo.
Oh God. I suddenly want to go less and less now.
I don't. Is Zach like does he have a phobia of people?
Nah, I just don't like
Sex?
just saying it. It's weird.
It's like God, these biologicals.
Zach is just super pure. He just tries to follow the Imperium, and you know, he
He
just tries to be
during
tries to
sex.
be as little degenerate as possible.
Like Zag just completely he takes anesthesia whenever he gets laid, and it's only for the purpose of breeding.
I don't
Yeah,
honestly,
breeding.
never even had. I probably wouldn't have children. They'd probably be navigators, and I'd be ashamed of them.
Well, the funny thing is, you'd probably have to screw somebody who is like your distant cousin, twice removed and then brought back again.
That's probably how navigator families work. I
That
came
is
from
exactly
the
how they work.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's Zach from?
Where am I from? I'm from a giant ship that breeds navigators, I think.
Well,
It's
like
like- They're like giant noble houses that fly around because each
Oh,
one is like
okay.
distinct. There's like a shadow house which has like more powerful psyker abilities, but I chose this one because it has more like better traveling abilities. This
Interesting.
is I'm the nomadic house.
Huh. That's cool.
So, are you from Mars or Earth?
I don't know. I thought nobody was from Earth. I thought Terra was off limits to everybody.
No. Oh God, no.
Oh, there's
Oh.
tons of people who live there.
Oh shit!
really?
Okay. I thought it was literally just like for the Emperor. Like no one was
Oh,
allowed to
no,
see
it's
the same
like-
planet as him.
It's like I mean, it is like, like considered holy ground, but it's, like
Okay,
about
fair
as
enough.
heavily populated as you can imagine a planet being.
Somebody's got to protect all of
Billions
corpse.
of people.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, I wasn't aware. Okay, makes sense.
And just like an absolute retarded amount of firepower.
Yeah.
Like just Titans are just walking around like it's cool.
Don't they have two Emperor class Titans actually guarding the Emperor at all times?
Yes.
They should if they don't. Yeah.
And
Wow,
that's
three.
just on the
Wow.
outside of the throne of the palace.
And then it's the Adeptus, not Arbites.
Custodes.
Yeah, the Custodes. Arbites is the police force.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
Ryan, is that actually where I'm from? And do I have that right, or was I misinterpreting it?
Oh no, yeah, I mean, from a nomad house, yeah. I mean, you wouldn't be from Terra, but
Mhm.
you'd be,
Well, is he the
from.
one?
I mean, you could pretty
Well,
much.
which house is he from? The houses of Terra or the House of Mars?
There's lots of navigator houses.
Well, I mean, it's
There's
like
a good bit, yeah.
the original Descendants ones.
Oh, I mean, that's probably lost to the histories of. I mean,
Yeah. I was gonna say we're all from Terra at some.
yeah, technically everyone's from the
No,
same
I'm from
place.
Mars.
Yeah, but you started on Terra. Your ancestry started on Terra.
Basically,
is what
if
they're trying to
it's
say.
sort of like if you trace it back far enough, like everyone's gonna have the same. But
Yeah. Although in the 41st century, like, would people know that?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Oh.
might not even know that.
Yeah, and that's sort of like the thing. Like a lot of history has been just straight up lost to the age. Like
Yeah.
whether it was just corrupted or destroyed or just disappeared. Like there's huge chunks of history that are just gone.
Like, I get the feeling maybe Solar remembers a lot of history, but that's because he was born and raised on Mars.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
like even the huge amount of history that like you would know would still be relatively incomplete.
Yeah, like the Horus Heresy. I I only know like the mythos of it, not what actually happened.
Exactly. And so most of like, and that's sort of what a lot of history has become, is just sort of like
Mythos.
mythos. You know,
You're
like-
not even allowed to speak Horus's name, are you?
I don't think so.
Even if you know it, you're not supposed to like say it.
Hmm. Wasn't he the guy who killed the Emperor?
The Emperor is not dead.
Wasn't he the guy who killed the Emperor?
You take that back.
I think it was the guy who killed the Emperor.
The Emperor is 120% not dead.
128%. Yeah, that's right. He's undead. That's true.
No, he's not undead. He's just in a vegetative state.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Get a nap. Put a lot of work in.
I'm not even memeing though. He's not dead. It's believed that he's still fighting chaos as we speak.
He's air quotes fighting
Oh,
chaos.
man.
Yeah.
Ryan, I need you to back me up here.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. All I heard was, "I need you to back me up here." I didn't hear
Oh,
a name
yeah,
or anything. Oh yeah, I mean, like in actual lore, yeah, he's totally still kicking. You know,
No.
just not in like a physical way. He pretty much exists on more as a
So you,
Chaotic energy.
essence
Oh,
than
s-
a. Than
oh,
an
got you.
actual
So,
being.
so you're saying his spirit has a body? That's what you're telling me.
Right.
And his
It's
body
almost the
is
exact. Yeah, like his body is about as, as close as it can be to being dead without, clinically.
Being crossed over, but he's
Right.
definitely still alive. It's even believed that he's fighting back chaos as we speak. Like that
Hmm.
his psychic, spirit or whatever. Think out of body experience that he's like still fighting chaos back from Terra as we speak.
Oh yeah, technically
Otherwise,
right now.
According to the Horus Heresy, he totally is. He's
Yeah,
just
there's currently a huge warp rift actually almost right below the Golden Throne. And if he like stops concentrating on holding it closed for like 1 second, then demons just get to pour into Terra. So so like it's sort of debated whether he's actually just super weak, or if he's just doing so much shit with his mind at the same time that he
because
can't.
he still has to light the gateways.
Yeah, so
the
he's
warp, too.
he's projecting the Astronomicon. He's holding closed like warp gates. He's pretty much sending out his emperor, his little warp entities, slash demons. He's blessing everybody out in the Imperium who he can.
All the Primarchs and all the Space Marines and junk.
Sounds like something a dead man would do. Interact with the spirit world after his body's been destroyed. Sounds like something
Yeah,
a dead man
from
would
what
do.
I remember from the Horus tale is that Horus landed this like critical blow on him because he was trying to save Horus, so he wasn't trying to kill Horus, and then Horus lands this like super fatal blow on him, and it's like in that moment the Emperor realizes that Horus can't be saved because Horus is more
Actually-
or less like his son.
not even then. It wasn't until Horus literally filleted a man alive that the Emperor was like, okay, maybe he's not redeemable.
Well, the point is that he realizes that he can't be saved, and he just obliterates him, and like he unleashes the full power that is the Emperor, and just like atomizes him. And Chaos had a plan to bring Horus back as a demon lord or something, and I guess Chaos as an entity was really pissed off that they couldn't resurrect Horus because he just killed him that hard. Horus
Yeah.
is just like 100% gone,
He destroyed
He erased
his
his
body
spirit.
and his soul.
and Chaos, not even Chaos can bring you back after that.
Hey, you know what? At least for the last moments of his life, Horus was back to being Horus.
Is that right?
Yeah. Although it
Interesting.
was an awful experience for him because he realized exactly what he'd done.
Oh well.
Poor guy.
Well,
But,
yeah.
So tragic.
But yeah, I don't. Which Primarch? I think it was. I want to say Gilliman that stabbed Horus, and it didn't actually hurt him,
Sanguinius.
but it was enough to put a. Yeah, Sanguinius. Yeah, Sanguinius actually was the one who put the point that was just damaged enough that the Emperor could murder Horus because he just pretty much launched a psychic atom bomb through that little crack in his Terminator armor, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Terminator armor. Or Terminator class armor, I think.
Yeah, and then Horus just exploded, and he literally burned the chaos out of him. Then Horus came to his senses, realized what he'd done, and then just disappeared for all eternity.
Yeah,
And the
'cause
Emperor-
is being fucking destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, then the Emperor cried, and he went back to his throne, and he watched his best friend disintegrate into ash.
Mhm.
And then he died.
And then he died.
And then he died from his wounds.
And then-
he died.
And the mechanics came in, and they rigged up a life support system out of a webway hole puncher. We don't ask questions.
And so they didn't lose their minds. They stay preserved forever. And of course, the illusion, the lie that the Emperor helps.
He's 150% still alive.
I like how the
Bigger.
percents keep going up.
Yes, the percentages keep going up.
As soon as
This conversation has only strengthened my belief that he's still alive.
we'll know when he's dead because the Astronomicon will disappear and Earth will be gone.
Yeah. If he's literally though, if he's dead, how is he powering the Astronomicon? How are we following his light through the warp?
Oh my God! Because that's true. He must also be.
He is. He is. What?
I mean, theoretically, that could also be the Chaos God called the Emperor.
I wonder if the Chaos God would want this destructive empire to continue on the reign of as the Lord. I
Oh,
wonder if they
absolutely
would-
not. They want the
wonder-
Imperium of Man gone.
Yeah, they definitely want the Imperium of Man gone. They would never like. I see. Like I get you. You were making an interesting argument for like half a second, but that also means keeping the Space Marines alive, and the Space Marines fight chaos all the time.
Traditions fight chaos all the time.
They
I
keep
was just
the
going to say
tides
it's
of
more
chaos
that
at
the
bay.
Imperium of Man tried to exterminate chaos, and we were actually doing it until Horus came along.
Oh yeah, true that.
Yeah, and so that's really funny that we were winning and now suddenly there's a stalemate and everything's cool.
Not even a stalemate. It's just because Abaddon's an idiot.
I don't know, guys. This smells like conspiracy theories.
I think
it's
you were the
literally
one
just
with
because
the
Abaddon's an
outrage.
idiot.
Like we have all this evidence as to why the Emperor would be alive, and you're like, I don't know, he's dead, man.
I don't know. You
Hey,
know,
hey, Rain, back me up here. Abaddon's an idiot, right?
He's pretty much the worst.
Who's Abaddon?
He's one of
The current
Horus's.
leader of chaos.
He's one of Horus's old lieutenants, who basically took over after Horus died, and Abaddon has been basically leading the Black Crusade charges out of the Eye of Terror, but he's failed, 12 times in a row. I guess 13th time's the charm.
I mean, he broke Cadia this time. That's impressive.
I mean, that depends on what you accept as canon.
It's just kind of the thing of if Abaddon wins, then it's over. That's the end of 40K. So they just keep having to bitch slap him back into the Eye of Terror, and because of that, he's called Abaddon the Fail, or what is it? Abaddon the Harmless. And then they released a model of him where the arm kept falling off, so he became Abaddon the Armless.
Yeah,
Nice.
his arms would never stay on the fucking figurine. So
that's
Quality Games Workshop craftsmanship.
That's
Definitely,
kinda
definitely
funny.
worth maxing out your credit card for.
Yeah,
absolutely.
no, seriously. Yeah. That's rather hilarious, frankly.
All right, but we have like
I
5
would-
minutes left, so let's get back into the 40K.
I want
I-
to make the jump. I want to make the jump to football. That's what I want to do.
I
before
side
this is
with
over.
him at this point because I want to repair the ship.
Um,
But if the
the captain would never openly, outside of being drunk, ever admit that he doesn't believe the Emperor actually exists. So, this is all
Or he's
theory.
alive.
Uh,
Because he definitely 100% exists. I mean, you can't deny the existence of him. Just whether or not he's alive, I guess you could debate.
well, he's never seen him, so how does he know he exists?
All right. I guess you got me there.
technically, he does have you there. If he's never been to
No.
Terror himself.
Have any of us, any of us, have we ever actually seen him? And
I
the
would
answer's
never go
no.
to Terra.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if I went to Terra once upon a time.
I mean, there's going to Terra, and there's going into the Emperor's throne room to see him.
Exactly.
Oh, absolutely not. I would never reach there. You only go in there if you're a High Lord of Terra, or if you're part of the Custodes.
Gotcha. So then that makes perfect sense. He must be alive and well then.
Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Not a skeleton on a throne.
Mm-hmm.
Even if he
Alright.
was just a skeleton, his mind is still alive. That's the argument. Anyway, let's
Yeah, and they
continue.
Skeletons
they
do have
literally keep
minds.
them alive by burning people alive.
That's also normal and something that you would do if someone was still alive. Perform dark rituals to cover up the fact that someone's dead.
Definitely still alive. Anyway, let's continue.
All right, so
Go ahead.
I was gonna say 2 out of 3 people are saying ditch this planet, but we have to obey the captain.
I want to make the jump. I want to see how this jump works.
Let's meet with this captain real quick then.
Okay.
All right.
So, you guys take your shuttle over there. You fly over there, Doc. I like to imagine that the past conversation we just had was like in flight, heading over there.
Yes.
I don't know if it was actually in character, I might have actually started to get really upset, like visibly angry.
No, if
Solar and the cute boy hold hands and simultaneously scream about how the Emperor is alive.
so basically that conversation, if it did happen, and I'm not saying it did, it would be in the it would be in the form of a story. Like he would be like, I remember back when I was on blah blah blah, and I was at this excellent cantina, great crawfish, space crawfish, and this guy was telling this guy was telling me the story about how the Emperor's dead, and then he would go into it, and then he would all these excellent points that you guys are ignoring.
All right. Awesome. Yeah, so you guys head over to the Lord of Suffering, and this is a massive ship. Like it's several kilometers longer than your ship, which is almost 5 kilometers long. This is a full cruiser. Y'all's is a light cruiser.
Yep. True.
So like actually as you guys as your shuttle approaches this larger ship, it sort of crosses the plane of the horizon, and the sun of the system is cast behind the ship, and as you look behind you, you can actually see the Obstinate cloaked in the shadow of this larger ship right above it as it blocks out the sunlight. It's fucking massive. So you guys come up, you go into the engine bay or hangar bay. You offload, very nicely dressed, formal. This is, it's a formal meeting with another rogue trader.
Yeah, it's probably a big deal.
Yeah, so there's a small entourage that meets you down there, and they sort of beckon you to follow them. Come with us. She's waiting on you. So you guys head up, and you enter. It's a good 15-20 minutes of walking, because this is a big ass fucking ship. And you guys eventually, they bring you up to like 2 ornately carved stone doors, and then they sort of swing them open for you, and it's sort of a large. It almost looks like a cathedral, except there's stained glass on all sides of the room, and on this stained glass you can see different, basically like different saints of the Emperor are depicted throughout history. Some of them are like fighting demons, artistically drawn. Others are like handing out bread. Others just have light coming out from behind them. But the light that's shining in through the room, through these windows, it's all red. So the entire room is sort of cast in this like red light. And there's pillars that line either side of the room. And in the middle of the room, there's sort of a long table. And sitting on the other side, at the head of the table, is Captain Elevantra Sky. And she beckons you guys to basically come down to her end of the table and sit with her.
Absolutely. I'm gonna slide on over there. Be like, hey, what's cracking? It's been a while.
So this is like a semi-religious ship.
It appears so. I mean, it appears that at least if the ship itself is not religious, then it's at least has, you know, some trappings that are.
Oh, okay. To make you think.
Well, I mean, you know, like the ship, it's not like a ecclesiarchy ship. You know, it's not like an official like
Right.
church ship. But it definitely has like some pretty heavy like you know, like you guys are literally in a cathedral right now.
Oh, man. I'm just like taken back by it. Like it's amazing to me. I'm like looking around, like eyes wide.
Yeah, that you know you're literally surrounded on all sides by you know backlit stained glass of all the different saints and you know all these mythical you know events. And there's a little plaque below each one that sort of you know gives a little like, primer on you know what it's trying to depict.
Beautiful.
It really is beautiful. And there's like some light chant music that's sort of playing on the background. You know, so you know you walk into a well you're thinking almost like Gregorian chants.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So good impressions. I like it. I will take a seat and give some pleasant greetings. Might even switch over, at least for a little bit, to like the what is it, rogue? Oh,
Oh, yeah,
the
secret tongue.
language. Yeah. Might even ask her questions tongue, just to enjoy the benefit of, because it's cool. You're in a secret club.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So you know, you sit down, and she actually addresses you in this secret language first.
Excellent.
She, you know, she asks how you've been, and she asks why your navigator seems a bit different than last time she saw him.
What?
Oh, the navigator.
Their
Yeah,
teeth start grating and shit.
yeah. She's kind of like puts her fork down. She's like,
Oh, how has he changed?
I'm uncomfortable to be around.
Oh yeah, yeah. Zag, would you mind scooting down a few chairs?
What?
Would you mind
Uh,
scooting down a few chairs?
Normally I'd be like upset, but I'm too busy like looking around, so I'll just get up and move, and I'm still like looking
Yeah.
at stuff.
Yeah, go check out that stained glass window.
yeah, go look at that one.
And again, using secret tongue, he'd be like, to be honest, I got used. There's something wrong with him, but he's really good at what he does. So
I am the best.
yeah, he would kind of talk him up. Actually, he would be like, I've never even heard of a navigator as good as Zag is. So
She sort of like she like raises an eyebrow. She's like, really? It's very
Mhm.
it's very interesting.
yeah, he jumped us straight across the galaxy.
Yeah, she says that her navigator is he's pretty good, but he's an absolute like nightmare to look at.
Oh God,
Mhm. Yeah.
don't tell me that. It's sad.
Yeah, she sort of like winks and she's like, "Glad I didn't invite him, right?"
Yes, absolutely. Um, and Zag is at least more.
Sorry, you cut out there. What am I?
I said Zag is at least cute. He's got that going.
Oh, I
Yeah.
am the cutest.
Not a fucking nightmare to look at. Um, yeah, and actually, sort of comes walking up behind her is a tech priest in green robes.
Ooh, you should get some green robes.
He you know he kind of like sort of silently, like, stands behind her while she's talking with the captain. And bunch of aides sort of come out and start bringing you guys like just platefuls of food, just all sort. As soon as you get down to half a drink, someone comes over, fills it right back up again. Excellent service.
Oh, nice. Oh, beautiful. The captain, of course, would indulge. Because he indulges his desires. Anybody's
I'm still looking at. I'll actually verbalize. I'll be like, "Where did you get all of this?"
She says she sort of like looks around and she's like, "Oh, it's nice, right?
It's amazing.
This ship has been in my family for many generations."
The only room that has even like comparable comparable amounts of religious imagery is my own. The rest of our ship's pretty barren.
Yeah, we've got that temple, but it's probably like...
I take care of the temple like by hand. You see me like sweeping it like every night, and
Oh, nice.
I like scrub the pillars like.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh
Okay,
yes, I'm sure your temple is very nice." She is. I have no doubt.
Modest. It's modest. I tell her. It's the bare minimum of what a temple can be. I would imagine.
So she actually she sort of leans forward and she asks Captain Riven what you guys are doing out here and how you got here before her.
I would point to Zag. That's how we got here before you. He sent us quite handily across the stratosphere, and
Stratosphere.
yeah, yeah, the captain knows what he's talking about, and he's really good. Anyway, we're here because we're resources planet.
I do jumps real good.
He do jumps good, and we're looking for resources for our planet, and we're about to head back to.
But we're also looking for the ships that we're supposed to be looking for. Don't forget to say that.
Oh yeah, no, he definitely will. Yeah, he knows how to stay on mission. Or on
Oh yeah,
point.
actually, there's one we're looking for at Cinderfall.
Oh yes,
On there yet.
yes. Yeah, we did have a lead about that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
We certainly did.
I should probably disclose that because she's the one who started this contest.
Right. She
Yes, indeed.
she sort of like, you just gave her like a bunch of information. She's kind of
Oh,
like,
yeah.
whoa. She's like, wait, your planet?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, which have you already? You haven't gotten a new planet already since we left.
I have.
She like
I'm-
puts like both of her. She like puts her drink down, and she seems like a little bit like upset now. She's like, okay. Okay, what is going on here? We all left at the same time, but somehow I just got here. Well, she kind of like shrugs. She's like, well, okay, we ran into a few orcs, but that didn't delay us as much. That wouldn't explain it.
Mm-hmm.
But you had time to not only get here, but capture a planet and set up a trade?
Absolutely. Big grin.
Are we actually just leaving out the part where we went through that giant warp hole in the universe?
Yes.
Hey, but that was only
Don't-
because I took us through it.
Yes. Don't bring that up right now.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she like leans back in her chair like it just like picks up her glass and starts like sipping wine and like looking at you like a little bit suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
More probably more like intrigued and curious than suspicious.
Oh, sure, yeah. Like,
So Laura's like, it's what sexual tension is like? Is she just staring at the two captains?
Oh, you can palpable.
Oh, we found a 30K relic. Say that.
That too. Yeah. We found a 30K ship.
Oh, I wasn't going to
No,
say
why
we
would
found a
you
full
mention
ship.
that?
I was just going to say I found a book, because of all the religious stuff.
Oh, right. Yeah. But she would ask where we found it.
Okay, yeah. Fair.
We might as well be forward about that.
So
I
we
don't
can go back to the
appreciate
ecclesiarchy.
So you guys telling her like all about like Riven 2 and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah. In brief.
All right. Yeah, she seems, she hides it well. She's a rogue trader, you know.
Yeah.
Like business dealings is like her sort of forte, but you could like sort of just pick on small body language things, nostrils flaring, a slight reddening of this and that, and a little extra toss of the hair than you would usually expect. You can tell she's a bit agitated. She had not been expecting to, almost already be behind in this race that like she pretty much started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solar still doesn't realize this isn't sexual tension.
Hey, it's probably both. It's
Did
probably
I hear something
both.
about work?
She says, "Oh yes, the last system we jumped into, there happened to be a orc presence there, but
Did you like the Orin teeth, or what was it called again?
100 teeth.
Yeah. Did you guys mean to go there?
oh no, we didn't go there. We
Oh, okay.
She says, no, we just made a jump from Delorium to get here, and we didn't expect them there, but there was orcs carrying out a raid, and
You must have wiped them all out, right?
She says, well, we did our best. One of our ships took pretty extensive damage, but
Oh.
that's why we came here to repair it as much as we could before continuing.
That's rough.
Yeah, and you guys can tell, like, Flotsam has been, like, there's a pretty good chunk of, like, its bow missing and one of its engines.
Yeah. Orcs. Can't live with
Orcs,
them.
man.
Hey, maybe we could offer some of our assistance in repairing the.
Mhm.
Actually, no, because we didn't do that for the ecclesiarchy. So if we're not doing it for them, we're certainly not doing it for
No,
other
that's-
rogue
no,
traders
that's-
that we're racing against.
Well,
This is
the captain would probably not offer that, particularly seeing her kind of like maybe like proud reaction. It would probably be insulting if he's like, "Oh yeah, we can repair your."
I was thinking we just like disconnect one of their engines and just strap it to one of our strips and laugh at them while we drive away.
Well, yeah.
By the way, did the ecclesiarchy ever get itself repaired, or is that still going on?
Yeah, they left a little while ago.
Okay. They like jumped away or whatever.
And all the Genos are going to be dead.
I just need to get that off of the.
So I really hope they make that book back to the ecclesiarchy world. It really deserves to be like on a pedestal somewhere.
It belongs in a
does.
museum.
It belongs in a museum. That's exactly right. It belongs in a museum.
Yep.
We've got a cute Indiana Jones on our heads.
Oh, absolutely.
So I can only think of that Vietnamese serial killer that was so horrible. They actually put his body on display to prove he was dead.
Oh, that's fucking cool. Like,
That is pretty badass. To
That sounds
metal.
pretty neat.
Metal.
No,
Yeah,
that's still
yes,
on
that's-
display to this day.
that's very metal.
Yeah, it's like in a vacuum sealed chamber and it's mummified now. But yeah, you can still go and see it. He was just that awful.
Ooh, I want to go
They
see
make a
that
good
now.
rogue trader.
No, he killed and ate children. He was that bad.
Oh God. Okay.
So he'd be like a Dark Eldar wannabe.
Sounds about
Yeah.
right.
Dark Elder have a soft spot for children. It's just not a good soft spot.
Yeah.
And when you let one of those on our ship, oh my god.
He was
He was awful. He killed the Emperor, or he killed the Emperor of Riven 2 as soon as we left.
Nah, the Emperor is probably still alive. They tend not to kill their toys.
Yeah, I mean, last
Yeah.
time you saw him, he was,
terrible.
technically still alive, just not
Oh,
Not
I
like
mean, as soon
in
as we
one
go back
piece.
there, I'm totally popping that Dark Eldar in the skull. But
Yeah, I think I'm not gonna. I'm gonna look the other way on that one because I really hate that guy.
Well, if you guys don't tell the captain, yeah.
Yeah, there would probably we give each other like a knowing glance, like that guy's. Yeah.
oh, no, he's gonna stay alive. Dark Eldar, Dark Eldar have the best medical technology in the entire damn galaxy.
Yeah, but
They
I mean,
will-
he's not with other Dark Eldar though. We'll just go in there and pop his head. Like, what's he gonna do?
Oh, I thought you were saying that the Emperor's gonna be dead when we get there. I was like,
no,
nah,
I
there's
meant
no way he's
like
dead.
because saying that we better not tell him that, or he's not gonna let us kill him. And then I was like, oh, we
Mhm,
probably don't tell
mhm.
you. Probably just gonna go in there and pop his head one day.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
walk in there and I'm like, hey, have you seen his third eye? And then you open it.
Yeah.
Hey man, I want to show you something.
So basically, what you're saying is that the Emperor is in a near-death state and is therefore barely considered alive.
I can settle for barely considered alive. Still alive.
Hmm.
Anyway, so what does this lady say?
I'm sorry, I forgot what the last question to her was.
I don't remember myself actually. I remember. Hold up.
The last question put forward was us discussing whether or not we should have our tech priest restriction.
Oh yeah, and then he
Yes,
wasn't going to
yes.
do that, which is fine with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would not offer that. That would be insulting.
Just rub a
You
little
could,
salt
you
in
could
there.
do it just to be insulting.
No. He wants to be in her good, but he also is glad he's impressing her, even if she's pissed about it.
Yeah, and you would know, like, she's from a larger and more affluent house than Williams.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
which
like-
is exactly why
You know, like,
it's
for
glad.
instance, you know, like, she has 3 ships with her right now, one of which is a warship, which are not easy to come by. And, you know, God knows what else she has operating on her current ventures.
Yep.
All
But-
I'm saying is,
Yeah.
if we took both our lenses and shot her warp drive, we win.
I mean, there's no reason to do that, but maybe.
I would advise against it
I
personally.
would advise against it.
Gotta go back to football and get 2 warp drives now.
But it is good that we get to impress her because Riven is the first person in House Williams that has had a rogue trading ship in a long time. So this is very important for him. He's motivated to ride the line, to impress her, but not rub it in too hard.
You're making a name
Except
for
he
yourself.
literally
You have a
wants to
plan.
rub it in.
Yeah, I mean he wants to rub it in, but he would. Yeah.
Not too far.
But is he that responsible? He has, you know, and maybe he's really irresponsible. Maybe he
that's a-
goes overboard with it.
I don't know. I feel like he wouldn't.
Okay,
I-
fair enough.
but I don't know.
I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I was making a sex joke.
I was too. I thought nobody caught it. No, but
Well, he's a gentle lover. He only goes for the back door when they're not paying attention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he wants to rub it in her face, but only when she really wants it. And she wants it right now. So, yeah.
So
she's
Lars
got-
still has not realized it is not sexual tension coming from her.
Neither does Captain Riven, frankly.
What a joke.
So yeah, that's the state of affairs with that.
It says, yeah, she, you know, she asks a little bit more about, you know, like Riven too, and she's like, well,
Mm-hmm.
well, how did you get all the way over there so fast then?
Is she saying that in regular? Like, is she saying that in
saying
regular
that
time? Or is it, high common, low common, or whatever?
Yeah, she's still using like the Rogue Trader sort of secret language right now. It's like
Okay.
this is him
So
and
then I
her
say
sort
nothing.
of just like, I mean, they're just kind of like, you know, like bullshit talking and what stuff right now.
Yeah, using that.
Yeah, I was just gonna interject, but if I can't understand her, then I'm just gonna continue to like gawk at the windows and things.
Yeah, they're still using their.
I was just gonna say we have like the world's most powerful navigator.
Yeah. Do you speak Rogue Trader?
No,
Okay, well, that's pretty much what his answer would be. Although he would, she's already asked that and he's already given that answer. What he would probably say is, I'm not familiar with how he does it, but he's very good.
Yeah,
You
her
like
eyes.
look over at me and I'm like,
Yeah.
like I'm like cleaning the window with like my sleeve.
Yes. Yeah. 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 That's what he does. He looks over, just kind of like, as if, isn't it obvious?
Yeah, her eyes.
He's the Wunderkind.
Yeah, her,
Right.
she like doesn't move her
How
face.
slightly mutated he is.
Yeah, she doesn't really like move her face. She's still looking at you, but her eyes flick over towards, Zag, who's just sort of doing his thing over there. You see her sort of think for a minute, and then, well, I guess we all have our little secrets, but you, Captain Riven, she picks her wine glass up again and sort of like shifts in her chair and like throws her legs up on the table, gets comfortable.
Nice.
She's like, to be honest, I wasn't sure about including you on this quest, but Corollas suggested it, and I really think that we could make something out of you.
Yeah.
I see.
I think.
She sort of like looks at you and like gives you like the up and down with her eyes, and she's like, I think you have great things in front of you.
It's true. I do.
And then she says, and behind, and she like gives you like a little wink.
Yes. See, guys. Now, Solar, can you tell?
Wait,
No,
did
so I think
low-key
you
say his
yes.
ass was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically.
No, so Laura's like, damn it, he blew his chance. She's saying the opportunities are behind us.
Very, like autistically literal.
Yeah. I love
You
it.
do realize that he's slowly turning himself into a computer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually makes you like easier to like communicate. Like you were so obnoxious before, but now you're like slowly becoming more and more bearable, just because
Like,
you're
hey.
becoming more and more computer-like.
Yeah. He now has an actual interview. So.
And he's like continuously like getting happier as well as he becomes more of a computer.
Yeah. Like, you're not such a downer anymore.
So like in a better and better mood as he becomes less human.
Yeah.
Can't stop me.
Yeah, no, the captain would gladly return the flirting with his own flirting. Do you need a charm check?
I think she might.
Okay, all right. Well, she's a peer, so I'm going to also add +10.
Oh, she is.
Damn, it's not. What?
Yo, while nobody's looking, Zag just disappeared.
But it disappears like teleports.
I'm just gone. No, I don't have that rank yet, but I just slip out of the room. I'm gonna like explore.
Oh my goodness.
Did you see that? I rolled a 5.
Ooh, big rolls tonight, Captain Ryman.
Oh my god.
That's because
Do
it's
we
all
even
about.
have time to get out of the room or what?
13, 10, 5. Oh my god.
Oh man, what kind of line do you hit her with?
Tell
Oh,
me
jeez.
Bob's in vagina.
Yeah, show Bob's in Vagine.
I with a 6.9, I don't even know it physically capable as a human of producing a plausible and realistic flirt.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, honestly, with like a 6.9, like Riven almost like feels like the alcohol like take over, and just and he just like he's on like autopilot here. This is like that.
Yeah.
This is like that sweet spot of being drunk where you're not like drunk, but you're definitely
Yeah.
not sober.
Well, basically, he goes full Captain Kirk just in like a split second.
Oh yeah,
Boom.
he's riding the lightning right now.
Yeah, he's running the light now.
He
Yeah.
rides the lightning because
Yeah.
it's Numenor.
Yeah, so she actually, she sort of, crosses her legs, like switches up her position real quick, and then she
Captain, that's opposite of what we want.
she puts her drink down and she calls over the tech priest that's standing behind her. She mentions she tells him that there's that you had some questions for him, and she says that she's like, oh, me and Captain Riven, we have some business to discuss in the map room.
Yep. Yeah, Solar, why don't you the priest here, and I don't know where Zag went, but he's fine. Don't worry.
But no, actually, I think it'd be more like, wait, where did what's his
Get
face?
some of his own sexual attention?
I'm sorry. What?
So I was looking at the tech priest, wondering if he can create his own sexual attention.
Oh, there you go. Dial it in.
Dial it in. Oh god.
It's just like he walks over and seductively lets out a binary screech.
God, how horrifying!
You just hear.
What a boner killer too. Jeez. Just like Solar, get out of here. Get out of here.
Go find Zeg.
Go find Zag.
I don't want the little watching.
Oh man. So is
Is this tech priest a guy or a girl? I'll work with it.
tech priest is a guy.
I'll work with it.
Yeah. Tech priest can't be too picky.
Does he have a data port? I'll plug in.
Oh
He's
god.
his name is Lorime, and he's pretty much he's like, oh, like, please come this way, honored Biologus Magos guest, not Mechanicus guest.
We've just been saying Biologist a lot.
Yeah, we've been saying it so much it just came right out.
If he called me Biologus, that's a boner killer.
Oh no,
I think
he
it was
didn't.
just a.
That was just
No. Do I have any biologists with me, or is it just me?
I mean, I think it's just you who came. If you want
Alright,
to
then-
have
then-
brought people, then like that's fine.
Actually, correction. He was not the only one who came.
Ah.
Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
Don't do that.
Oh, he's not doing it to you. He's doing it to Captain Sky.
Wink, 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 wink.
Fine, my tsundere is there.
Yeah, right.
Does she become jealous when I start flirting with other tech priests?
Ooh. Wait, does the captain become jealous of her tech priest? No.
No. My tsundere become jealous when I start flirting with other tech priests.
Oh,
The
me?
biologist, then he.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't.
Seductive noise.
You do it, it honestly sounds like white noise. I don't know
Yeah,
how
it
you
sounds
do
good.
so well.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that, but
Yeah.
I was gonna say I was gonna do it, but I don't know how, and I don't want to actually rupture someone's eardrums. So
Right.
You see, what I'm actually doing is I'm just unplugging the mic just enough so it freaks out.
Oh, weird. Nice.
Clever.
So where is Zag headed?
Me? Oh, I as I get out of the room, I flag down. I don't know, one of the passing guardsmen, whoever keeps the law on the ship, right? I'll just
Yeah, there's a crew guy standing outside of the doors. He's like, oh, hello.
I'll just be like, I'll sort of grab onto his coat and tug on it and be like, can you show me where the temple is?
He points back through the door you just came from.
Oh, that is the temple? We were eating in there?
He's like, oh, that one. Okay, no, yeah, come with me. And then,
Okay.
yeah,
And I'll follow him.
yeah, you assume there's probably more than one on this ship.
Oh, okay. Well, take me to another one. I saw this one.
The captain, by the way, is GTA.
Yeah, and actually, in there, yeah, she's sort of not dismisses Solar and Laramie, but she's like, oh, hey, Laramie, this guy has some questions for you. Solar's like, wait, no, I didn't. Oh, wait, okay, I see.
You think Solar gets that? He just kind of like Solar is just like, wait, hold on, I have questions.
It's like,
What
oh,
do we do? I'll go with
I guess I do.
Yes, you do have questions.
So yeah, she sort of like dismisses them out of there, and then she
offers booty hole.
she walks. She sort of stands up and walks
Where
over.
did you learn to talk?
That's some Mars language right there.
Yeah, that's how they do it on Mars.
And she sort of gets up and sort of she doesn't usher you to follow her, but
Mm-hmm.
body
Yeah,
language.
that's all. Yeah.
We call that data port B on Mars.
I would like to think that. I think it'd be really hilarious if like Solar's way of like wingmanning would be like.
It's screeching at her.
Yeah. like it would be like woo, but in like that terrible screech that he gave. Yes. Yes. Oh God.
Yeah, you see, yeah, she's probably used to it,
Mm-hmm.
Binary screeches aren't entirely unheard of
Yeah.
anywhere around the Mechanicus.
Anyway, yeah.
But yeah, so Zag, this guy, he basically starts leading you around. It's like about like a another probably 10-15 minute walk around.
Oh,
Sorry.
good. Close.
And he takes you. It's almost like the towards the top of the ship, and he opens some doors for you, and it opens into a huge. This is a pretty large room. You'd say it's probably about 100 yards, like circular. And there's a huge glass dome above you, and it's sort of gilded on the sides with pictures of eagles and winged saints and stuff. But you can
my
you can
God.
sort of look out and see like the vast expanse of space above you, and on the actual like floor, all the walls are like pearl and gold and gilded with stuff. It looks very nice.
This is amazing. Tell him.
You what? I'm sorry, you cut out there for me.
Oh, sorry. I tell him it's amazing.
Oh yeah, he sort of like nods. He's like, yeah, it's very nice. We enjoy it here.
How many of these do you have?
It's like, oh, just this one, and well, we have another forward up on the ship, and then the one that you came from.
Oh wow, I'm very jealous. I tell him we only have one, and it's it's modest, much more modest and nothing so remarkably elaborate as these.
It's like, oh, so you guys only have one service a day, huh?
Oh god, like the thought of having more than I don't even think we have one per day. I think I just show up and like talk to people who bother to come.
Oh. Oh. Like they're like, excuse me, altar boy. What is this?
Oh man. So wait, I'm not having him like kind of back up there for a second and be like, wait, you guys have multiple services?
It's like, oh, well, yeah, we wake up, we go to the morning temple, which is the one up front, and
We're praying to the emperor all day long.
and then he's like, yeah, and then about halfway through the general work day, we go and we have another at the one where the captain is currently now. And then at the end of our shifts, we have to come up here and we do our final prayers up here before we go to bed every night.
Zag's mouth like goes dry.
Yeah, he's saying it's kind of loud because he's like standing like 15 feet away from you.
Yeah, yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah.
He like walks like way ahead of you. He's trying to like play it off as like he's like trying to get the door for you, but like way too preemptively.
Yeah, I'm too taken back though to acknowledge or even I'm just gonna let that one go. But so I'll just be like, holy crap, this I actually don't even know what to say. and I'm genuinely so shocked. It's so your captain is very very religious. Then I take it.
He's like, oh, of course, she's our captain, and her faith cannot be questioned.
Oh wow.
As she's getting off the stairs.
What are the levels of degeneracy on this ship? Would you say, or how many cults are we talking?
He's like, degeneracy? Well, there's always mutants down in the cargo holds, but in crime exists on any place. He seems a little bit like embarrassed, even like talking about it. He's like, well, but we do our best to keep a pure ship around here. We run a tight shift.
My eyes go like super wide, like dinner plates. Like I can't even believe what I'm hearing. You mean you don't actively encourage cults?
It's like, oh well, of course the Imperial, but no cults, no.
Zach, don't screw this up for me.
Wait, screw what up? I'm not here, not even here.
I know.
What is the goddamn general chat? What the hell are you two doing over there?
Nothing. What are you talking about?
They're studying maps.
It's just a bunch of ships. Some of them spraying stuff on each other. Some of them being rammed. That's it. That's all it is. I'm just posting nautical pictures.
Maritime Admiralty laws.
Yeah.
To make it weird.
Yeah. No, do it.
Change my mind. Steven Crowder is the best meme. Like,
what?
I can't find this. I was gonna upload something and I can't fucking find it for the life. So this is crazy. Everything this guy is telling me, I can like barely even like. There's like tears welling in my eyes. Like.
So yeah, he also, he's like, oh well, speaking of degeneracy and cults, he sort of like looks around and there's no one there. He's like, oh, you might appreciate this. Then he sort of he leads you over to like the far side of the room, and sort of like leads you next to like this. It's almost like a think of like an Iron Maiden. Think of like an Iron Maiden made of gold. And he sort of opens it up and he's like, oh, this is where we do put the heretics though. And then he actually like he's sort of like looks around, he like picks up like some just like a random like piece of like cloth that was lying around, and he throws it in there, and then he like closes it and he's like, oh, now watch this. And then he like pulls one of the arms down on it and you hear like a and then you like look up in the dome and you can see like the piece of like cloth sort of like floating out in space above like the large dome above you.
I just like fall to my knees like as I look up through the giant dome. I'm just like, this is the greatest ship in the galaxy.
I'm glad he likes it. That's funny. Yeah, so Solar.
Yes.
Laramie, he begins, leading you out, and he starts explaining, some of the things about this ship. It's very old. It's been through many battles, and he says that, he starts explaining, a ship like this, it's not easy to maintain, and all this, He seems like he's trying to talk himself up a little bit to Amigos.
I have one question, though. Josh, were you serious when you said you made me bring the Biologist?
No, not necessarily.
Okay, actually, outside of character, I kind of hoping you were serious, because it'd just be funny as hell.
I mean, yeah, we could say. I think
Oh,
we're talking
yeah.
about the new biologist, right?
Yeah, whatever her name is.
Mm-hmm. Longoria.
Oh, you want to bring you want like Longoria with you?
That's up to him. I just thought it'd be funny as hell.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so, you and Longoria are being escorted around.
Oh wait, she was there? I didn't get to talk to her yet.
No.
I wanted to
Would
talk.
have been appropriate.
I mean, yeah, you can talk to her whenever you get back. Laramie starts leading you guys around. And he points out, a couple things over here, a couple things over there, and he starts leading you into, like, the engine room. And he just starts, just going over all the different, rituals and stuff that they have for their specific engines, sort of, like, updating you on, how they're doing, all the usual Mechanicus things. It's mostly just raw data.
I 100% am fluffing up his ego the entire time. He's getting buttered as hell.
Oh, and he's loving it. He's you can tell
He
he's
gets
sort
in
of
the casual place that only a binary. that
Every time. So good.
that one was actually my mouth, so you can appreciate that artwork.
Yay.
that is our
I like it.
But every time that he shows, he's like this. He takes me to the engine room, and he's like, "This is how we conduct the prayers to the mighty machine spirit of this ship." I ask him to instruct me in it, and we have a full ceremony there for like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, it's closer to probably like 45 minutes. But yeah, like he's like, "Oh, absolutely, like we'd be honored if you would, lead us in this ceremony."
I even let the biologist attend, just for the extra benefit.
yeah,
What a guy.
yeah, they're a little bit, like they're kind of like, "Oh, like it's cool that she's here, but why is she here?"
The captain insisted.
Yeah.
Are they asking why I have her in general, or why is she here?
I mean, they're not like directly like, like, oh, like why is she here? They're just kind of, she just gets a little strange looks a little bit. It's kind of like, imagine if you were just like walking out in public and you saw like some guy in, I don't know, if you just saw like a space marine like walking down the street. It's like, whoa, like wait a minute, that doesn't quite belong there.
Oh, well, if they actually ask me, I'm like the captain insisted I bring her along with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get like a couple like, Laramie, he nods understandingly. He's like, yes.
Captains are weird.
He's like, yes, captains certainly can make some decisions that don't always align with.
For cameras later.
He's like, they don't always align with our logic programming, but that is why we serve the superior machines.
The Omnissiah blesses us.
Says the Omnissiah protects, and then like raises a hand. So you.
The Omnissiah protects, and I raise my hand and I grasp his gently.
He asks what Forge World you're from.
I say Mars.
Oh, yeah. He says, "Oh, that's very impressive. That's what I assumed by your markings, but explorators. It's always hard to really tell where someone's from and what they want.
Yes, I am quite far from home.
We're hella far.
He says, "Oh yes, us too. But really, home is where you make it. Especially
But if
for."
I'm to restore, sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, especially for explorators like us who have forsaken the pleasures and conveniences of planetary life.
I just kind of go into a long rant about how it is the will of the machine god that we explore the universe and recover the lost artifacts of mankind before the fall. We must bring power to the Omnissiah.
He lets out like a soft, like binary purring. I don't know how to make that sound.
Oh god. Stop.
It's actually the sound of like an old school printer.
Yeah, it's just it sounds like the old
wait,
like
hold on, I have a video. Wait, hold on, I have a video for this.
the old modem dial-up.
Yeah.
Why are you guys still posting missile videos or
Uh,
pictures?
Oh
because
my
this
god.
is because this is going to be a big one.
This is how we get another 3 shifts. Captain just bones her brains out.
Yeah, how do I
Uh,
play video for everyone to hear?
And
I think you just play it.
it's at play and then space link in Mechanicus Funhouse. Oh, sorry. Exclamation mark play.
And then I just put the URL.
You got to do this first. But never mind, it worked.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
This is what
Is
it
it doing
sounds
it?
like when Colt Mechanicus have sex.
Oh, there we go.
I love it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
in the video, he's actually playing E1M13
Nice.
through the printer, and it's
Oh, as in like, I see how he's doing
it's literally playing through the printer. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking cool.
That's
Yeah.
wild as hell.
All right, you can stop. How do I stop it?
Oh, just exclamation point stop.
You do not stop it.
There we go. Cool.
That's so funny.
You're gonna need to eventually give us control over that.
Yeah, so he starts making that little song noise, and 2 or 3 other guys around him sort of but join in. And they're like, they can tell they're
That's
pretty
probably on the
impressed.
side.
Yeah, they're pretty impressed and moved by the words of Solar, and
Nice.
Longoria is she's polite enough. She's kind of like walking around. She's like, oh, I kind of wish I was hanging out with the captain right now, but
Hey,
Yeah,
she's getting to see me in my full action, man.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah, she seems like she's acting interested.
If she wants to go join the captains, she can.
No. No.
Oh,
I would probably feed her to whatever xenospecies she brought on the ship with her.
oh man. Yeah, so about around this time, you guys sort of start getting, it's been a little while, and you guys start the tech priest and the guard. They sort of start leading you guys back towards the main cathedral where you guys came in.
I kind of halt him and I say, "Do you have a magus on this ship?"
He says no. He's the chief tech priest here.
I go, an adeptus in charge of the ship. Hmm? Quite the responsibility.
He says it is, but he's basically just like waiting on. He says he's sort of like waiting on like the paperwork part of his promotion. Like their last Megos died like a couple of years ago, but they're just out and about so much. Like the word hasn't got back to Mars, and then things have to grind through there, and then they have to send paperwork back, and it has to get approved, and then he can finally get his rank and stuff. So he says he's sort of like in between ranks right now, but that's sort of how he explains it.
By the way, I'm kind of stalling for time right now to give the captain like extra minutes.
Yeah.
This guy right here, this is a wingman. This
Yeah.
guy right here.
Yeah, and like this guy, he actually like reaches for like the door to open the cathedral, but you ask him a question, and he like pulls his hand back, and then he like answers that, and then reaches for it again. You ask him another question, and he like stops.
Hold on, I have the next question planned. I'm like, would you like me to help you in gaining your magus status? Maybe put in some
Ooh.
recommendations.
Nice.
He says, "Ooh,
Perhaps even lend you an artifact that you could claim responsibility for."
there's like some." He's silent for it; just doesn't move, and then there's like some like nervous, excited like clicking coming from somewhere inside of his body. It's like, it's like,
I gesture to my biologist companion, and I like wave her over to me and I lift my arms in the air and I have her reveal my very special mechadendrite.
he like takes like 2 steps back and gives like he gives a binary screech.
Hey, wait, I just
Picture
saw
hard
something.
two noises right now.
If you really want to do this guy solid, why don't you give him one of your broken rust stalkers? Because wouldn't the Mechanicus like really want that back even if it was broken?
That's actually what I was thinking.
Nice.
Give him those two because I imagine I can't repair them, but maybe a Forge World can. Maybe.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
I mean, they've only been cut in half. Like, how bad actually is that?
Right. No, I'm with you there. No, for
Just
real. I
take-
mean, that makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
But so, I just keep buttering him up, and I go, I happen to recover two severely damaged rust stalkers that perhaps you could send as a gift to the Cult Mechanicus, maybe even to Mars.
He sort of like stands there and like crosses his arms and like looks up and down the hallway. And he says, "But what would you seek in return for such a gift?"
Internally, I'm just like, 2 more minutes out here.
Wow. You're loyal as fuck.
I told you, man, 100% loyal. I don't quite know why, because according to my background, you 100% like blackmailed me into this.
That's wonderful.
maybe when you shook his hand, he uploaded a whole bunch of like loyalty subroutines into your like branches that you didn't even realize.
Like I had a special device.
It just
I
does-
just kind of like to imagine it as Solar somewhat deeply cares about his men, and the captain was like, "Nah, dude, if you come on my ship, then I'll guarantee their safety."
Mm,
And
I don't
that's
know,
true.
that is.
Does Insomnia know Tech Priest?
Hmm?
Insomnia, do you know about my Tech Priest?
No, I don't.
Okay, we leave it at that.
Do I? You might want to. If I do, tell me.
Yeah, remember that little secret about them?
I'm gonna go look again. I'm blank right now.
Wait, I mean, I can keep it out of my character's head. You can tell me.
Oh yeah, all my Tech Priests are like former heretics that I pretty much spared the acts of execution.
Yeah.
And in return, they're all extremely loyal, which is why I didn't want them to repair the Ecclesiarchy ship, because just in case.
Ah,
And
I was kind of upset about that, to be honest, but now it makes a bit more sense.
yeah, and actually that falling into Captain Riven's service works because like getting onto a rogue trader crew is one of the few things where like you can find someone who can basically tell the Imperium to stick it.
yeah.
They're like, hey,
9 out of 10 times.
yeah, they're like, hey, like we're looking for that guy, like hand him back, and you're like, fuck off, dude, I'm a rogue trader.
Yeah.
Miss
Peace
me
out.
with those pleb rolls.
He was like,
Yeah,
miss me
no,
with
I-
that shit.
But in regards to this guy, I just want more. He goes, I just want a friend out of all of this. And you seem like such a you adore and labor to maintain this ship, even though it is beyond your current status. And as a reward for such devotion, I only wish to reward you as a fellow brother of the Mechanicum.
He sort of like looks at you like almost suspiciously for like a long moment. And
I have to
then-
imagine at this point my Beologist companion is looking at me like he's either full of shit or entirely different than I thought he was.
Yeah, she's looking at you kind of crazy as well. But after a while, he holds out a hand for you to, well, not necessarily shake, but
Whatever it is, Tech Priest.
Yeah.
I give him like the thug backstreet version of a Mars handshake.
yeah, he like offers a little USB port, and he's like, "Oh, here you go. Let's make this official."
I insert mine. Just this is exactly what I wanted from the beginning.
Yeah.
I have to set like I don't know port H because it's in his hand. I'm guessing.
But is it a USB 2.0 or 3.0?
Oh, it's
I wonder.
3.
It's 3.0. Okay.
It's like 7.8 or something.
I was gonna
at this
say
point.
6.9.
7.8 is 30K technology. We don't have. We've lost.
Oh,
that.
unfortunately,
Okay,
he's
good
using.
point.
Unfortunately, he's using FireWire, So
Gotta use a condom.
Yeah.
No. It would be you have to
Firewalls up.
check that your firewalls are updated, right? The drivers or whatever.
Uh-huh.
My firewalls are 100 times better than his. I have been a Magus for like 100 years.
Nice. I
um,
like it.
We merge ports and I give him the full I give him the full uploaded details of the current state of the Rust Stalkers and my attempts to fix them. But I leave out the part that it was Kellenon who cut them in half.
Yeah, you probably don't want
yeah,
I even hint that if this isn't enough, I could probably give him a few prosthetics to also send back.
he says that, I mean, it's plenty, but if you want to throw in some prosthetics as well, he's not going to say no.
No, I'm just like, let me know if you need more.
Okay. Yeah. He seems very. He seems pleased, but almost like it's like one of those
to. Too good to be
situations.
true.
Yeah. Like imagine if someone just came up and was like, "Hey, I'll give you $1 million and a new car, like,
I have
and I'll make you
fellowship.
immortal."
Yeah.
I have a 42 in fellowship. This guy should think I'm genuine as hell.
Oh, I didn't know your fellowship was that high.
Do you really?
Well, hell yeah, dude. I like it.
Yeah, I totally tanked fellowship.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Weapons.
yeah. This guy, he seems pretty. He's suspicious, but like you just sent him like schematics for the stuff, and he was like, "Oh, like, this is serious."
Like, well, shit. There it is.
Yeah, like, oh man, that guy was bullshitting for a second. Yeah,
I
he
just-
seems he agree. He says a friend you indeed have.
I knock on the door, and as a final remark, I go, "This is for all your hard work and devotion to the Mechanicum, and I hope it serves you well in the future, and may we meet in future graces."
He gives you sort of like a similar formal response. He's yes, absolutely would love to meet you again, work with you, and if there's anything else that you would like to impart with him, he would be very much open to that as well.
I'm not telling him about the ship.
Yeah, he's just he's like, oh, if anything else, you know who to call.
I just look at him and I say, maybe one day. And I look at I never told the Biologist gang that we picked up about the ship, so they don't know about that, I'm guessing.
We're
I
talking
mean-
about the 30K ship.
Yeah, I never told them about
Yeah.
that. I just asked me where I got these parts from. I was just like, do you want them or not?
Oh yeah, he's like, oh yeah, definitely want him.
$1 million and a new car.
$1 million, a new car, and a new best friend. There you go.
Yeah, he's pretty happy. And
I
go
knock
ahead.
on the door like time. I give like the captain's. I'm guessing the captain is like a secret knock to be like, hey, we need to come in. Put your pants back on.
Captain probably doesn't mind, really.
Yeah. So yeah, you actually
Fun part
walk.
of the fun.
You actually
Oh,
walk
no,
in.
but that guy can't see his captain like that. Come on.
We were all in the captain's quarters during. I think the boundaries have been crossed.
First of
Yeah,
all,
no, but I'm talking about the guy can't see his captain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, straight. No, you can't do that to him. That's terrible.
Nah. I'm just saying. I wasn't in that room when you walked out naked and started killing people. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's true. He also.
That's
wasn't there.
true. You weren't there. That's a good point.
Some decorum, please. Right?
You just hear a knock, and I'm guessing you're just like, ah, damn it, that's the tech priest. Even though I've been gone for like well over an hour.
Oh yeah.
If it's been an hour, we're probably just sitting there smoking and chatting.
Oh yeah. So you guys sort of come back into this sort of a cathedral, and indeed,
Decimated.
and indeed the two captains are indeed sitting there, very like relaxed. Like they're just lounging. They got space cigarettes. They're just laughing, having a good time.
E-cigarettes,
Yeah.
vaping.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
vaping.
both seem very relaxed and at ease,
Mhm.
having a good time. Although you guys notice that Sky is wearing Captain Riven's hat.
Absolutely.
Captain Ivan has a hat I wasn't aware.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Captain
He
Riven's
does.
a thong.
No. Captain Riven. Captain Riven is no, he's not. Although his coat. No, you do know that this code, his coat is buttoned in a way that you know he's gotten laid.
You're one of those guys. You have like a signal to all your friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, like the third button out of 100 is out of sync, and then like the 56th one is put on backwards.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Solar just gives them like a mechanical thumbs up.
It's like, so did you enjoy your tour of the ship?
And I respond, very much so. And I look at the other captain. What was her name?
Elevantra Sky.
Repeat that for me one time. 'cause
Elevantra Sky.
Elevantra Sky.
I
Yeah.
believe that's how it said.
It's also in the, well, there's a bunch of missile dick pictures now, but it was in the general.
Way to go, Josh.
There we go. I found it. It's next to the anime hair. Captain, I go, Elevantra, you have quite the potential magus on your hand.
You should address her as Captain Elevantra.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Captain
Just saying.
Elevantra Sky. Great rogue trader of this vessel, may I say that you have a wonderful potential magus on board.
She sort of like nods her head understandingly. She's like, that's why I pay him.
I look at him confused, like he gets paid.
Captain Riven gives a wink.
she sort of shrugs. She's like, well, payment is, between us.
You see, I'm gonna mistake that and just like internally be like, "Oh, you whore."
Wow.
You slut!
You son of a bitch.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
This poor man, my new best friend, and she betrays him like that immediately with our captain. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't, but captain's a little dashing. Yeah, like on a lonely night, he touches my mechanical hand, and funny feelings start to bubble.
Yeah. Every now and then, I oil.
Yeah, he explores my port B.
The captain takes care of his crew.
Yeah, so
And
she.
I just-
Sorry.
I was gonna say I give him like the Mechanicus version of a pat on the ass and like get him to march forward.
Absolutely.
So, unless there's anything else specifically you guys want to do, she's sort of, she's not like dismissing you guys, but giving, some signs that like, oh, I've got stuff to do.
Also, in binary, I give my little biologist like a head pat, and I'm like, "That'll be you someday."
Captain of a rogue trader ship?
No, my little biologist, not the captain.
Oh.
Yeah,
No, that's what I mean. You were saying that'll be you one day. I was like, you're telling her she'll be a rogue trader captain one day?
No, she'll be, but because the other tech priest is in line to become the next magus of the ship.
Oh yeah.
course.
That's what you're saying.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
she sort of like gives like an eyebrow, and she's like, oh, are we going to be working on the same ship?
I tell her, I go, well, seeing your magus has changed my mind about you. You truly could be unique among the biologists. He gave me complete confidence in you. I'm buttering her up in case you can't tell.
Oh, yeah.
Putting that fellowship to work. Putting miles on that fellowship stat tonight, man.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, yeah, actually go and give me a fellowship roll for that.
Yeah.
'Cause this is
Yeah, can
going
I get,
from like you used to be a real big dick to her.
Yeah. Make me proud. Make me proud, Solar.
Do I get a bonus because the captain's there?
Yes, you do.
Oh,
Yes, you do. You get plus 10%.
yeah. Captain sort of like sends you a wink.
50 shot.
Captain sends
Yes.
you a wink that tells you to do it real good.
Yeah, that's all that it takes.
No, okay. Fate point. Fate point.
Oh no, but you have fate. I mean, it's like the end of the session. And
Just a
Yeah.
fate point.
just spend the fate point.
I rolled a 94.
That's the highest I've seen you roll probably ever.
I think
Yeah.
so.
You normally roll pretty well.
If I roll a 100, I officially renounce Rogue Trader.
All right, do it. Oh,
my
big rolls.
God.
Yeah.
Big rolls 3.
Dear Lord,
Oh yeah, baby.
man, it's
Mhm.
just one end of the spectrum or the other.
Yeah, I was gonna say those two rolls hardly be more different.
Yeah, she sort of like cocks her head at you a little bit. It's like she's a little bit confused, but she's like, "Oh, thank you very much. That means a lot to hear from you."
I extend my hand and I say, "You're part of the crew now," and I officially welcome you to the
What
is it,
is
to the
going on?
of the.
I'm not even in the room, and I'm like freaked out.
Yeah, she seems like a bit more sort of like at ease now. Seems like a little bit of tension that she'd been holding, probably against you, is sort of dissipating now. She sees you in something of a little bit different light.
Nice.
I should take the hand. That's an important
Yeah.
question.
Deal.
Yes.
And we shake on it.
You got one of those like shocker buzzers on.
I gotcha.
Psych it on
Take the
bitch.
hand, and I tell her to run out. I tell her to run outside.
Yeah. She goes outside.
No, I put a sticky grenade in her hand and tell her to run outside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Plasma
don't do
grenade.
that.
No, I say that I tell her that I expect her to be loyal to not only myself but her Magus Biologist as well. And I ask if she would stay in this meeting with me.
She says sure.
Yeah, it's relevant because she's gonna be like this guy for the adamant.
Mhm.
This like,
Yeah.
I mean, she kind of can't be, but at the same time,
Yeah. I mean.
Well, no,
yeah.
no, no. I mean, like she's gonna be not a what are you? A magus? She's gonna be not a magus, but running a ship.
she couldn't really do that. She doesn't know how.
Oh,
Yeah, so like her sort of specialty is like mixing like bionic or like biological stuff with like mechanical. So
Oh,
like
well,
she's not like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
like robot ship cap or like machine spirited piece. She's all about
I just want her to make giant robots, or I just want her to make giant like rhinos that we can strap like Gatling guns on, and just.
see
I
that
don't know,
that is
Absolutely.
closer to her specialty is working with
Absolutely.
like
that just sounds so cool to me.
Yeah. No, we're gonna do that. That's happening.
Solar does not approve of these shenanigans.
Well, the gun's not a computer, so I don't think you'd care too much, right? She's just gonna make a rhino like fit for it, right?
Nah, Solar just doesn't approve of making new Xeno species in general.
Oh, wow.
Man, can't believe it. Such a stick in the mud.
Hey, if the captain says to, I'll do it. But
Yeah, the captain will probably say, but we'll get to that point. We'll get to that.
hey, I
point.
bought you 2 more minutes, man. I made this guy feel like he met Jesus.
Those were two magical minutes. They were just comparing, sensations.
Was it good for you?
Of tonight.
That's one way for it. Nice.
Yeah.
So you guys start sort of wrapping up this meeting a little bit, and she actually asks you, Captain, if sort of like a parting question. She's like, "Oh, have you? I almost forgot that. Have you heard from Mander or Corollas? The other two, basically the other two rogue traders who like came out with you guys on this."
I don't think we did, have we? Trying to think, when's the last time we talked to?
So the last time you
Who
guys
is
talked
he?
to him was like at the meeting with her.
Yeah. No, we haven't seen him at all.
Mm-mm. Yeah, she sort of like frowns a little bit. She's like, I'd been expecting to run across one of them sooner than this, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it's nothing, right?
Well, hopefully not. I'll be on the lookout either way, because we're about to. As soon as we As soon as we find a warp drive that we need to be casting our line even farther abroad.
Yeah, she takes another puff of her space cigarette, and she sort of looks at you kind of coy and says, "Well, where are you planning on going next?"
Footfall.
Yeah, Footfall is our next destination.
And then Cinder House or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah, Cinder.
Cinder Fall, I think.
Cinder Hall, actually, close.
Cinder Hall.
Uh,
Yes.
yeah, she's like, "Oh, Footfall. You're heading all the way back to Footfall? Why?"
Yeah, we need a warp drive.
She's like,
Or,
"Oh, is that other ship out there? That's yours, huh?"
mm-hmm. It indeed is.
She's sort of like,
Adamant.
she nods her head a little bit. She's like, "Nice. It's the same class as my frigates." Actually, no, it's not. Sorry.
It's a raider ship.
Yeah.
I remember.
No,
Oh,
you're right.
yeah.
It is a raider, just not a frigate. Yeah. She says, "Oh, it's small, but it could outrun either of my ships."
Mm-hmm. It's a beaut. We're gonna make
An
it
entry.
beautiful.
It goes in and entry frags, and then the other one comes in and cleans up.
Yeah, and so she's like, "Oh, well, what about after Footfall? What do your plans look like?"
Oh, maybe not tell her where we're going if you want to win the race. Still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm feeling like maybe that needs to happen.
Yeah, she like reaches out and puts a hand on yours when she asks this.
I take her hand and I tell her, Can you bring up the map real quick?
Oh yeah. Let me put you over.
We're going to the 100 team. It's under there. It's under there.
Meet us there. We promise we'll see you.
Use deception.
Before I continue on with this, what's my deception?
No, don't actually
Just-
send her to the orc system. That'd be terrible.
It's deceive. It's
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I've got a feeling.
right under contortionist. I feel like that's on purpose.
I feel like that's on purpose as well. The captain has been raising his agility. Okay.
Stamina.
Stamina's all right.
Mhm.
Like you don't need stamina if you're hitting the right ones.
Yeah,
I don't know about that. But go on.
I mean, I've got toughness for days, so I can just take a punishment.
The captain likes giving punishments. So I was supposed to take one.
Riven 2.
Well, I got then, because then you can punish me all you want,
Wow. There we go.
Daddy.
Awesome. You went there. Not weird at all. Where are we?
Talk-
Where's?
That's all day, and this is what you get weirded out by.
Yeah, that's right. That's true.
So right now, this is y'all here.
Okay, heading to.
Does she not think it weird that we're going straight to Footfall from here? Because that's a big jump.
Yeah, that's why she was sort of asking.
Again, we have the best. The best. What I would tell her after that is that we're going to double back and explore. I don't know. The Heathen Stars. Wherever would be knowing my knowledge of the galaxy would be reasonable to go next.
Send her to Repton 4.
Well, I'm not gonna. I don't want to goat her into going somewhere bad. I know that I'm not going to send her home.
Nah, Repton 4 is not even. It's as far as I can tell, nowhere bad. But I don't know. Can I roll? What do I have for it? I have Mechanicus lore.
Yeah, it definitely wouldn't be Mechanicus lore.
No, I do have something for it.
You would probably hold up. You would need Scholastic lore, astronomy, something.
Astromancy. Yeah, I've got that.
I have Astromancy, yeah.
You have Scholastic lore though.
Yeah,
Me?
Scholastic lore Astromancy.
Okay, fair.
Mhm.
Alright. Can I roll to know like a harmless planet that's completely out of the way?
Sure.
I don't know if that rolled twice, but if it was an accident.
I only see
Oh, there we
one.
go.
I only see
Yeah,
one.
just one. 2.8.
So I'm actually going to reveal that area on the map. So I mean, yeah, I mean, there's plenty of other planets that actually aren't on this map. For instance, Riven 2. But you know, you think somewhere at the center would probably be like Rakata. You know, you don't think that'd be too crazy up here?
Oh, Ricotta.
Gonna
I
get
see
me.
it now. Yeah.
Yeah, gonna get her killed somehow. Captain's gonna blame me.
Absolutely, he would. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So this is like the opposite direct. This is like to get her like far as fuck away. If you want her like not to come to Cinderhall, but like still, you know, within reasonable traveling distance.
Yeah.
Maybe just tell her you don't want to divulge that and just kind of keep it nice and simple and honest and be like, it is a race after all.
You
know?
could do that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that might be more his style. He's not really a lot of persuading. So yeah, I think he would say.
Hey, Rain,
Yes.
you uncovered the key in the corner.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, just letting you know.
Yeah. Yeah. That's sort of. I don't think it's any kind of game breaking or anything. Especially, you know, if you guys, pretty much most of you guys have like Scholastic Lore Astromancy now, so.
Yeah.
I'm looking for some Forge World on here. I'm not seeing Forge World.
Well, this is the Coronis Expanse.
There's probably not a Forge World in the Cronus Expanse. That's probably what it is.
This is like
Then,
way outside Imperial space.
hey, then once upon a time, when the Mechanicus sent out their ships, it said they covered the galaxy.
Well, yeah.
And I take that.
And these are also, these ships, like this map is not everything in the world, you know, in the universe. Like this is just a couple of the small settlements that have managed to make it into like universal navigating systems. Like
All
these
right,
are,
I'm 100% going to scan for Forge Worlds forever now.
yeah, like
Alright.
like Riven 2, like you guys just showed up there. Like it's not on the map, you know? Like there's,
yeah.
you know, think of this entire thing as literally like unimaginably vast. Like your mind
Oh yeah.
cannot
Oh god.
grip it.
This is probably just one section of this is literally probably like one cross section of like one galaxy of one it's fucking
Yeah, this is
Or
a
of the
tiny
Milky Way.
portion, tiny portion of the Milky Way.
so big and vast.
So
Holy
like
shit.
yeah, so it's not even like a 2D map, you know, like there's 3 dimensions to this. Technically 4. But, you know, it's hard to put that into Roll20. So yeah, just know that there's plenty of shit out here that is not necessarily on the map, and what is on the map may not 100% accurately reflect what it actually is.
Yeah. So yeah, Riven would basically kind of do like a nuh-uh, but not like that. A little flirtier, and basically tell her that that she has she's gotten enough out of me for the day.
Yeah, she sort of
Alright.
smirks, and she's like, can't blame a girl for trying,
I don't blame you.
Yeah, she says, well, I'm sure we'll see each other again soon out here.
I hope so.
Yeah, she's, you know, you guys sort of exchange some more formal goodbyes and whatnot. You know, some more exchanges of information. But you know, besides that, unless there's anything else you guys particularly want to do here.
No, I think that was pretty much.
I mean, I got to dock with the tech priest, so that just makes my day fun.
Yeah, and I got to slam it home. So
Oh wait, are we wrapping it up?
Yeah.
yeah, I've got to go make dinner.
I had one thing I was gonna do.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We're still in that cathedral, right?
Yeah.
Hey, what's the guy have to do to transfer to a ship like this?
I see how it is.
Are you like asking her?
No, I'm asking the guy that I'm in the cathedral with. 'Cause I'm not back yet.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's like, oh.
Oh no, I just want to end it there. That's just where it ends.
Are you
I love
trying
it.
to get away?
Is he trying to square him
You know what?
away?
I think he's afraid of heresy, and he shouldn't be. Heresy's not going to hurt him. Just a little bit.
Nice. I love it. I love that ending.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys are cool, I'd probably like to call it here tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'm cool with that. I had a lot of fun. I'm gonna go
Hell
get some
yeah.
ice cream.
Oh, me
That was
too.
a fun session.
Yeah. I know you guys haven't had combat in a little while, but I hope it's not.
No, that's fine.
The captain got laid. I'm perfectly satisfied with
And with road
everything.
traders, that might as well be combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was
Um,
essentially dispensing, except she had a strap on.
Abso-goddamn-lutely. We had the blessed.
Yeah, like you guys know, the captain has pretty good cardio, but like as he's like leaving, you know, his legs seem a little bit weak. He's a little bit out of breath.
Oh yeah. No, we had a good solid. It was well worth it.
Made the most.
Did you actually like make this ship like super perfect for me on purpose, or was that just like?
I mean,
'Cause I
that's
was like,
that's just. I mean, who knows the Emperor's will of who encounters who? It's fate.
Yeah. Also, to be fair, we probably just have a shitty ship.
I mean,
Uh,
our ship is relatively clean, I imagine. Like, I'm sure people like, it's not like it's like filthy.
Oh yeah, no. It's like
Yeah.
considered compared to most ships, it's like top of the line.
Yeah, it's on a piece of shit, but yeah.
The thing is like you don't enforce imperial rule, and it kind of seems like she does. And
Yeah, it seems that way.
That certainly is a point of view.
So
That's so funny.
just the way that, like, the thing that really got me is when he was like,